into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. Sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another stream, another community call-in, and we have a special guest this evening, none other than Mr. FPL Dave. FPL Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, man. How's it going? Long time no speak.
Yeah, it has been a hot minute, man. It's been a little while, and how are things with you, buddy?
Things are amazing. That you know that all too well. Things are
amazing. Yeah, you're doing pretty decent in the Super Cup, you know. What's been going on in your life?
I'm stuck at home. I've been furloughed for about 300 days now.
Yeah.
I've read every book I own 3 times. I have watched The Office 6 times. It's been good. It's been good.
Oh, another one that watches The Office, because Steve-O was the actual one to get me into watching The Office. And I watched it and I thought, this isn't long enough. There's only a couple of seasons, is that right? And it's like, and then I was like, no. And I was like, and I realized that they made an American version of The Office. So I've given that a go. and I think I've got through the first season. I'm like, I'm literally like cringing because they tried so much to kind of copycat it. But I've been told
it was Ricky Gervais that wrote the American one.
Yeah, but I think that they should have probably kind of went off on their own sort of like identity straight from the bat. But I believe after the first couple of seasons, it really does kind of go off. So I'm looking forward to that.
American.
Does it?
American.
I said,
why everyone watches The Office all the time. There's only like 10 episodes.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's definitely a cult classic. And I very much enjoyed watching it. And I've just been going through the old classics. You know, Vicar of Dibley is another one. Look at this mug he's drinking out of. Look at that.
What are you calling a mug?
Yeah. Got a tea as well, mate.
Yeah, I've not got tea. This is called a White Russian or a Caucasian or
okay.
You know, a dark Russian.
Yeah. What's in that then?
Coffee liqueur, a lot of vodka, and some milk.
Sounds really healthy, mate.
It's amazing.
Gets you through the lockdown. Yeah, so it's been pretty much a case of just keeping yourself busy and occupied. I'm the complete opposite of you. I'm literally like rushing around working, and I'm just like, for me, it's kind of weird, kind of seeing how this whole thing is affecting people. And I know that people are not going to go able to get out and stuff. I would consider myself fortunate that it's not a case of just like finding things to do during the day, like read a book, because I'd be suck at reading books, by the way. Have you heard of the TV show The Expanse?
Yes.
Because there's a book series that is based on, and I tried to start watch. I started to try. I watched the series. I love the series. I tried to read the books. I'm just awful at reading books. I need to have tips on how to read.
How to read?
Like when I mean read, I mean
for apple.
Yeah.
It's for banana.
Really, banana? Okay. I thought buttercup.
Thinking of things that are on my mind, Jason.
I'm just thinking like, how is there a technique to kind of keep you focused on a book? Like, this is a thing. I'm sure there's probably a podcast I can listen to that can kind of maybe that's the key. Maybe I need to listen to a book.
You can listen to books. My girlfriend does a lot of audio listening, and I download stuff, and she does it on the way to work. She works like an hour away, so she does that. But I think the best thing I could probably recommend you to do is, if you don't like a book, then don't read it, because you'll totally hate yourself, and it'll be like a chore. Like, if you don't find a good book, then just don't read. I've had so many books where I've picked up them, and like I'll go to read something before bed and realize I'm reading about like, I don't know, the attack of Belgium in 1943, and I'm like, this is quite heavy for like nighttime reading. I want to listen, and then I'll just end up reading, like An Idiot Abroad. So yeah, there's different types of reading for different days and different times of the day and stuff. And
I imagine that also reading a book that we've actually seen the TV series is probably not as what's the word? Maybe is not as exciting, because you kind of
already know
what's going to go on loosely in the future. So yeah, maybe I'll just have to I'll look it up. One day I'll have time to read, and I could be one of those people that can read a book in like a couple of days or something. Because my brother-in-law is like one of those people who can speed read, and it's just mental. I find that such a skill.
Well, it's not been all fun and games. There has been a massive pandemic on, but I do really enjoy a good book and reading and stuff. But it's kind of really weird. I feel guilty telling everyone when they're asked like, oh, how's it been? Or I get my monthly phone call from my work and saying, you know, how are you? Is everything okay? And I'm welfare check
sort of thing.
I'm amazing. Like, I'm really enjoying this time off. Please don't make me come back.
It's going to be a reality check, isn't it, for a lot of people when it does finally finish. I think a lot of people are going to be like, well, what is, culture shock
again.
again.
Though. I do miss it. If I had one thing that I go out for is the pub and the cinema. And I'm one of those people with like the year cards where you just go to the cinema anytime you want and you pay like a monthly fee. Yeah. And we used to use it all the time. The only film that I seen in 2020 was Tenet. That was it. And that was the only one.
Was that any good?
It's amazing, but a lot of people weren't into it. But I don't know. It's right up my street. I'm a big sci-fi.
All right, okay. I might have to give it a go. But yes, we are here. We're live. We're here to take some calls regarding Game Week 23. We'll brush over Game Week 22.
How did you do Game Week 22?
How did I do? I got 78 points, I think, from memory.
Wow, that must be a green arrow where you are in your rank, right?
No. Yes. Sorry, it was a green arrow, but it was only like a 5k green arrow. I went from 142,000 to 136,000. So I think a lot of
mine, and I got 81 points.
Yeah, but you're higher up than me, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to
There's a bit of a void between me and you. I mean, come on. But to be fair, I'm really happy with the game week. There's teams on the screen. Martinez in goal. Even though they conceded 3, he still managed to get the points there. 4 points there, 6 saves, 2 extras. Diaz, Man City, pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, got Maddison in. Yeah, I've had him for a few weeks now. Really, really happy with Maddison, and he's only going to become better once Jamie Vardy's back in that team. I think that maybe could be worth getting him back in as well. But yeah, players I'm really happy with owning. Pretty much everyone there. People talking about Bamford, about uncertainty there. I'm still happy with Bamford. He's still pretty consistent.
Double coming up now.
Yeah, and of course you'd be mad to get rid of him before that. Rudiger, my God. I was torn between Dallas and Rudiger, right? I had Rudiger on my bench, 7 points. I was thinking, do I play Dallas? He's playing in midfield. Yeah, I'll play Dallas and I'll bench Rudiger against Tottenham because Tottenham could score, but they were useless, weren't they?
That's a very obvious decision that you have made.
Yeah.
And everyone should be making that same decision. The only problem is that, it didn't work out this time. But,
yeah, obvious decisions and this season. Come on, it's like...
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I'm doing very well with my own.
Well, you're just a very random person. You just make random decisions.
Well, here's a bad decision for you. I was on stream with the Fantasy Weekly guys, and I was drinking the night before. We only had 2 days in between deadlines. And I was like, I haven't made any of my decisions yet. And this is like the week where Salah scored against West Ham 2 goals. And I was like, I can get Salah and Rudiger for, no money, because it was back when we all had like 6 million in the bank. Or I'll just go Grealish and not take a hit. Or I could go Grealish and Chilwell. I don't know what to do. But why should I go for Chilwell over Rudiger? Well, we don't know if Rudiger's going to keep his space, and Chilwell's been in every game, so he's probably not going to get dropped, right? So I went for
logical, man.
Chilwell and Grealish, and Chilwell hasn't played since I got him.
Yeah, I know. There's a few people in that situation, and Chelsea for me. I would only touch their defense at the moment. I don't know about you. I'm not that keen on anyone up front, and they don't look like they're going to be scoring goals anytime soon. But we've got the guys in the chat. Let's call out some of the names. We've got Denver there. We've got Karma Baby. We've got Blues FPL returning here. Kobe, Niraj. We got Mr. A. We've got Andy Martin, Kim Golding. Good evening, all of you fine people, mighty fine people. I hope you guys are excited for another game week coming up, thick and fast. This weekend, are you guys all set with your teams? I've been reading a lot on Twitter and a lot on all different types of platforms that people are
books.
apart from books. Yeah. Oh my God, you are so fast on that, man. You're so
I'm
good.
here until what, 9 or so?
Yeah. Well, it depends how many callers we got, mate. To be honest though, there's a lot of people that are looking at changing their team and they ain't got a clue what they're doing with their team. Maybe they own double Man City defenders. They're not sure what to do, who to put on their bench first, who to play over other. And essentially, I think I summed it up when Paulie came into Discord earlier on. He was like, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with my team. He's like, he's literally just like, he's like, right, who do I transfer in? There's a double game week coming around the corner. And I think a lot of people are a little bit in limbo, but I'm a great believer, I don't know if you agree with me or not, that if you're in this sort of mindset that you're looking at your team, you're trying to look for problems, essentially. And, yes, you might have double Man City playing against Liverpool, but does Liverpool kind of strike you as a team that's going to have a lot of possession in the game? Do you see Liverpool scoring in that game?
Not on your life, mate. Not even a little bit. Mane's out. Mane might be back, which might be a little bit better, because if Mane's out, then all the defenders are just covering Salah, right? Because that's really where they're getting their goals. So if Mane's playing, maybe it's a little bit better. But yeah, no, Liverpool haven't looked great in ages. They have obviously got an injury crisis that's perpetuating itself. If I have 5 midfielders out, I can only play these 3. Then those 3 are going to have to play way more minutes than they usually would do. So it means there's no rotation. Well, they're going to be more injury susceptible, which we've seen. Now Mane's gone down. He's had to play 90 minutes every game since like Tuesday in April or something, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And talking to Ben Dinnery about it, and he's like, I wouldn't pick up any of their players because any minute, they'll drop, and it'll be hard. So
Ben Dinnery being, anyway. Of course, the very widely known injury analyst for FPL and many other things, and he joins you quite a lot on your shows, and he's a top guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really, really nice. He's one of our panelists on the Fantasy Weekly. I wouldn't ask him for FPL advice, ever. The guy is a monster when it comes to rubbish decisions in FPL, but he really knows his stuff about, how long Zaha's going to be out and all that stuff. When KDB, for example, came out and, it's only going to be 2 or 3 weeks, Ben just basically said in our group chat, no way, it's not going to be 2 or 3 weeks. Absolutely not. We're not going to see him for ages. So then, that's really good to know as well, that information. And did you see Steve-O's impression of Ben Dinnery earlier on? Like, what's going on there? It's Newcastle. How difficult is a Newcastle accent?
Yeah,
I can't. Not here, but I can do I can do a better impression than that.
I'm sure it got a few laughs anyway, which is the main thing. And just between me and you, Dave, because just between me and you, right? He did a members only stream earlier on, and he had a little bit of cream left on his lip for about 20 minutes or so as he was doing a little video, and it was all you could see. Yeah, wow.
He does go to the gym a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely noticed. It was just definitely kind of drew your eye to it. But yeah, and members, go and check out the video. You know what I'm talking about. What's he about? He was just leaving it there for his dinner later, says Karma. There you go. Absolutely. We've pinned the Discord link into the chat as well if you are interested. Thank you so much, Dread. And we hope to get some awesome callers in very shortly. But Dave, are you able to post, are you willing to post your team and talk about your plans for game week 23?
Yeah, man, I'll screenshot it for you.
Go for it, mate. Go for it and stick it in the old Discord screenshots. And this new layout, by the way, I just want to say, Dave, you're the first guest that I've had on via video in the theatre of streams.
Wow, that is I'm honoured, mate. And honestly, your shed looks amazing from my point of view. It looked good.
Yes.
I've been following it the whole time you were making it. I've been jealous the whole way. And I'm really pleased that it came off for you, because painting in winter time is not the easiest thing to do.
Paint is supposed to dry between 2 to 4 hours. 6 hours later, I was still trying to get this paint dry. It was 0 degrees Celsius. On the tin, it says, do not paint below 5 degrees.
Were you trying to keep the paint up?
You tell it right. I joke. I literally bought a heater off Amazon just to do it, because literally.
I knew it.
Because when you paint plasterboard, right, the paint will, unless you have to thin it out anyway, and basically it will soak in to the plasterboard. Yeah. So there's a real, you really need to kind of get the conditions right to get a good job done. And I must admit, I was so in a rush to paint it.
Yeah.
I was such in a rush to paint it. I did. The first, I must have done about 20 coats. Literally, I had to keep going back and it's still patchy. Oh, it's still patchy. But yeah, I would certainly recommend anybody looking to paint, make sure you paint it in a temperature suitable, because it takes a fraction of the time. And anyone with half a brain could probably tell you that, but I learned the hard way. But essentially,
it looks lovely, very green, very nice.
Yeah,
very lovely.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'll take the screen thing off so people can actually. Literally, there's a spider running. This isn't the problem about being in a shed. I've been looking around the last couple of streams. I've not seen a single spider in the shed. Tonight, on my keyboard, just here out of shot, there is a little spider. It's a little green spider, and it's flying around. I've never seen a spider move so fast. I've tried to catch it once, and it's gone in between the keys of the keyboard. I'm giving up on the little critter. Can just.
Do you like plants?
That's fine.
Do you like plants?
I don't mind plants. Do you think I should get a plant in here?
The reason I'm bringing it up is because you could get some lemongrass or eucalyptus or something. That would be good to get rid of spiders.
Stick it up on the desk.
They don't like it. They really hate it.
Bit of grass on the desk. That'll be good. Maybe a bit of turf. I could say it's a bit of turf from Old Trafford. I could say it's a bit of turf from Old. This is a penalty spot. There we go.
Or mint if you've got ant problems as well. Mint's good for both of them.
This is a penalty spot that Bruno Fernandes took a penalty from. Genuine.
Oh really?
Back.
That'd be lovely.
No, yeah. Well, I could say it.
I know a guy who stole some of the turf from Celtic Park Parkhead Paradise.
Yeah.
And it is in his living room, and like that, his living room carpet is a bit of their old grass. And the reason I found out is because I spilled my drink. So I was going nuts, and I spilled my drink, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, mate." And he was like, "Doesn't matter, mate. It's all good. It's from Celtic Park." And I was like,
my!
And he showed me the pictures. Amazing.
That's pretty hardcore, going that far to put it in your house. You must have loved Celtic, but Podner's become a Playmaker member. Thank you ever so much, Podner, for that. It's much appreciated.
Cheers, mate.
And also, we've got a King Kun has donated $20 Australian. Alonso captain thoughts, FPL Dave and Jason.
Ooh.
Oh my God, he was on about this in Discord earlier. I was on my lunch break at work, and I'm telling you now, I come in, I get onto Discord. What I do is when I'm on my lunch, I literally just sit and just kind of lurk in Discord. I stick on the Hangouts and listen to what people are talking about. And straight away, King Kun was in there, and he was basically going, $10 for you.
Backwards. I thought it was going to be backwards, so I did it backwards. It's not backwards. Hold on.
I didn't mirror it, man. I did. But essentially, I'm sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, Jason's joined. Oh, Jason, what do you think of Alonso captain?" I'm like, so he's donated, even though he knows my thoughts on it, but he just wants to know your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So he's throwing Australian dollars towards me.
So
and
all
you.
of it's for me, really.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, Alonso has played 2 games. He's started both games. Chilwell's not the type of player that you can just leave hanging. As soon as you come into a club as a manager, you will lose the dressing room quicker than you'll know what to do with yourself. If you drop every single player has been playing every minute. Chilwell was one of the most nailed on defenders. You know, we think of Zuma, who's gone now, James, who had a bit of injury issues, and he was also kind of sharing a place with Azpilicueta, blah, blah, blah. But Chilwell was always that resolute guy. And also, he scored 2 goals and 4 assists this season. So,
I know. I can't get my head around it. I really can't get my head around it.
So, if I was the manager, and I have been Chelsea manager, Football Manager 20, Football Manager 16, I probably wouldn't drop Alonso if he was playing well like he is. However, if in a situation we find ourselves where games are every 3 days and he's playing 5 at the back wing backs, which means they're doing the whole length of the pitch up and down every single game, you know, I would probably have a little bit of change there. So I would be worried that Alonso's not even going to start. I mean,
bit of fresh legs.
Yeah, but you're gonna, especially against Sheffield United, because I don't know if you've noticed, but every team that's coming up against Sheffield United these days, including Tottenham, have played 5 at the back, even if they don't usually play 5 at the back. So it means he's going to be playing the same formation as he has Tuchel in the last 2 games. So I don't think there's going to be an issue there, but again, he's just lost a centre back, so as per go there, etc., etc. There's going to be some rotation in defence. He might even want to shore up a little bit, and Chilwell is better at defending than Alonso by a mile. So yeah, I wouldn't put my captain on someone who might not start. And
there's definitely uncertainty there
for very long, so it's not coming from a Chilwell owner.
Well, this is the thing I said to him. I said, like, own him is fine. Keeping him in your team is fine, because like you said, there's a chance that if he doesn't play, he ain't going to come on. I don't think.
Yeah.
So therefore, you know, you can start him and then maybe one of your bench players come in. But if you captain him, I don't know, man.
I wouldn't ever
make sure you vice cap. Well, no, I said the same thing. I have a thing about captaining defenders. It's just not in my DNA.
Cancelo. If it was Cancelo and he was
but he's a rotation risk. Like double game week coming up. I don't expect him playing both of them games.
No, and 100%, especially if Kyle Walker's back, because the only reason Cancelo's playing consistently and has been is because there's been injuries. The first run of games that he got, and he was like 7 or 8 games, everyone was like, "Oh, he's nailed." No, he's not. Ben and Zinchenko were out. They were out. Mendy was injured for a bit, so was Zinchenko. Now that as soon as they came back, Kyle Walker got his rest, and Chilwell went on that. Cancelo went on that side, and then after he came back from his rest, Cancelo got his rest. So now, you know, he's injured again.
It's just rotating through the team 100%. Essentially. Like, he's lucky enough to have a team that he knows who he feels is going to do a job, and they'll do a decent job. He's very fortunate now, and he can literally just go ahead and just rotate players willy nilly. And you know, I happy owning him. Yeah, I wouldn't be throwing the armband on him, and I certainly wouldn't be considering him nailed.
Would you put the armband on a goalkeeper, for example, Pope, double game week? Would you do that?
I know people have been talking about this. No. I couldn't do that either.
But I really want to like get someone to do it. I'll tell them that I'm doing it as well, and then I just won't do it.
No, I mean, this is yeah, but people do this, and I don't know where I feel about this because I don't know how I feel about people that kind of give advice but wrong. Like, I'm not saying you are giving, like, you're trying to troll people, but you are, but you're not.
Absolutely,
you are. But I know people that will literally just talk to someone, then they'll like just do what they're told. Like, there are people out there, and there are people in our community that are so they need verification from players, other people than themselves, and they get information from other people than themselves, and they just go on it, they act on it, and it's like they fear that they're gonna somehow miss out. And some of this information, some of these like advice that I've been seeing, I'm like, oh my god.
But it also makes it easier. So if I take someone's advice and I captain so and so then doesn't do good, then technically I don't have to feel bad about my own decision because it wasn't my own decision.
Yeah, it's
your
about
autonomy in your own team, and it's exactly what James or Tongue and Loftus is doing right now. He's brought out a new strategy that he's going to be following. It's basically taking the autonomy and making it like amplified throughout his whole team so that he doesn't have to really think about anything because he's sick of playing players that don't play or don't do well. Whereas if he follows a subset of rules, then it means that you can play without fear, which is a huge thing in FPL if you're not, someone like me who just thinks it's all a big bit of fun. Liam is in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, Liam is just on 199 there for Liam. Thank you, Liam, buddy. I appreciate it, dude. Call in, man. Call in, have a chat. Let's quickly bring your team up because I'm pretty sure I asked you to post it about 10 minutes ago. Liam is actually in the waiting room. Here we go. Here we go. Let's bring it up on the screen. Confident, mate? Confident?
Me, of my team. Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Gotta ask, can I? Hang on, this is your score.
Oh, sorry.
The best team that you'll ever see, 81 points. You beat me, but you had Leno -1. That's just absolutely.
I know, mate. And Martinez on the bench, but I was correct. That
was early in the week. That was early in the week. How did you feel?
I was fine because the call was perfect. So Arsenal finished with conceding 2 goals. One was a penalty and one was a wonder goal from Moutinho that wouldn't have went in had they had the proper amount of players on the pitch. Then on top of that, my goalkeeper got a red card, which I just found was really funny when I watched it. I was like, no way that's happened. I've only picked Leno for the first time over Martinez in like, I don't know, ever. Because the only other time I played Leno was during a bench boost, and he's got red carded, which I thought was quite funny. The problem was, the good thing about the whole thing is that they only conceded 2, whereas Aston Villa conceded 3. So I was right in that call. That was 100%. I thought the West Ham were going to beat them worse than Wolves were going to beat them. In fact, I thought that the Arsenal Wolves game was going to be a 0-0, and we'll never know what'll happen without that David Luiz red card, which I don't think was a red card anyway.
Well, it was a penalty. It was a penalty. So the penalty would have stood, in my opinion. The red card has been, I believe, upheld.
Yeah, it was upheld.
So therefore,
the game. So if the refs say, we were wrong, we fucked the game. Sorry, we were in the game.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think that you get 2 types of defender. You get defenders that will genuinely try to pull out of a tackle, and you'll get defenders that will be clever and know exactly what they're doing. Did David Luiz know that he would have brushed the ankle? Was it the ankle or the knee? I think it was something like that.
Probably, I don't know. I
think his knee. It was the slightest of touch. Like, was he being clever or did he genuinely try to pull out? That is, and I think the only one that knows the answer to that is David Luiz.
I think his history precedes him a little bit. Six penalties he's given away, 3 red cards since joining Arsenal. It's difficult to pinpoint. Although it wasn't annoying. We look at my team. I scored 81 points with Leno being -1. If I changed that, it would have been Martinez with a 5-point swing. I would have 86, which is phenomenal. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Did you start Chilwell?
I didn't start Chilwell.
Oh, I was gonna say if you'd have got Wan-Bissaka or something off the bench for Chilwell.
Though, mate. Kane. I played Kane every day
Right.
since his injury, but I knew that Wan-Bissaka was going to come off. But it was still a little bit like, oh, is he gonna? No, he's definitely not playing.
Yeah.
Yes, Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
That would have been really annoyed. But to be fair though, I do set my team up. So if you look at that team the way that it was before the points started hitting, I had Kane there. Because, you know, what if he miraculously recovers? I kind of want him to play over Wan-Bissaka because I don't really know what's going to happen in that game. Turned out to be a 9-0 like thrashing, which is absolutely fine. But I preferred to have the team that I set up. So if Wan-Bissaka didn't come off, then Wan-Bissaka wasn't coming off. It was just fortunate that, you know, Kane is actually, yes, you know, I know what we're all thinking, but he is kind of still injured and got Wan-Bissaka's best ever score off the bench. But I don't know. I still feel like I would have been fine if it wasn't. See, that's the difference. I don't really get annoyed at these things anymore.
Well, there you go. I just, very, very good score. And there was some monster scores. A lot of people got really good scores. Yeah. I'm just looking. Are you able to post your team for? I mean, I know it's pretty much the same team, but just for fixture's sake, are you able to post your team for the upcoming game week? And then once we do that, I'll quickly go through mine and we'll quickly talk about the Super Cup because Firetog has done an amazing assessment of the Super Cup.
Cool.
Basically,
that's it posted, mate.
Excellent,
FPL
dude.
Dave doesn't look back on his decisions that didn't work out with any negativity or regret. A lot of managers could learn from his positivity. It's called being autistic, mate. That is what it is. It's
artistic. Being artistic is the most amazing thing ever. You can draw anything you want, paint on the walls.
No, I'm not joking. That wasn't a joke, by the way. I genuinely, I've got a little certificate somewhere and everything. I feel like it's a superpower. I'm genuine. Right. I've got Asperger's, but it's not called Asperger's anymore.
I watch a guy who streams Call of Duty who's also autistic, and he's one of the best Call of Duty streamers I've ever seen because he's so methodical.
It's a superpower. I don't know why people don't want that.
He's so methodical with everything he does, and like everything has got to be in a certain way. And like I'm just like I don't think I've seen anyone personally better than the guy that I watch. And I'm not going to say who it is because he's controversial because he does come out with some things which are a bit controversial again with other streamers. No,
he doesn't play Call of Duty.
No.
No, but seriously, I think it is a superpower for me. I don't have any bias. I don't have any favoritism. I don't look back at other seasons and think, oh, I'm going to get Sterling just because. I don't have any teams that I support in England, so therefore I'm not biased in that way. I don't care who beats who. I really don't support anyone unless they're in my FPL team. I think everything's funny, so I've got like that good. I'm not really like, as you can tell, I have a good trait that I think everything's
good
funny.
sense of humor.
I'm always giggling.
Yeah.
Whereas I know that you don't always get that, but I think I've got like 10 really good points of autism that kind of all come together and make it decent for FPL. So it's been really good. But the positivity that you're talking about isn't really positivity. It's more just like indifference. Like as long as the decision is good, then I don't really care what the outcome is. An outcome-based FPL is the worst thing that you can do, in my opinion, because we all think that
you can't predict the future, can you?
Exactly. So what's the point? I mean, we can use form and fixtures and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, the best time that I've had on FPL is when I've just held players through their form and through their bad fixtures. I think there's been 3 opportunities for me to get rid of Kane on the Kane train since, I don't know, what was it, Gameweek 5 when we all realized that, we should probably have him in.
When Son and Kane were...
100%, when they were flying, right? We all thought, maybe Manchester was a fluke. It wasn't a fluke. They were just like banging. So I got Kane in, and then there was a stop when his fixtures went bad. It was a stop when, they were only scoring 1 goal a game and City started doing well. And then there was another stop when he was injured. And to be honest, I just don't see any point because he's eventually going to come back. It's going to save me a transfer. I don't really to do anything. And Kane has got me the most points of anyone in my team. So why would I get rid of him? But I know some managers out there, especially some people that are listening today, have probably got rid of Son and Kane more times than they can count. And it's simply just because there's a shiny player over there. Whereas if you're just cool with it and don't really worry about it and just do your transfers on the individual fringe players that are maybe out of form, then you don't really need to waste transfers, and then you get all those hull points that you're missing out on. So
there's definitely been, all you need to do is look at the transfers in, transfers out. I mean, people are going crazy this season. I don't know. I seem to feel like I say it every season, that the bandwagon gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and this whole, I don't know if it is I don't want to keep blaming things on social media. I don't want to keep blaming things on content creators, and I don't want to keep blaming things on like just like sheep mentality. But it does seem like the knee jerk. The knee jerking, man.
Ruining the game.
The knee jerkers, man. They're getting worse. But
I really like knee jerkers because it makes me a lot of money. I get a lot of money because every time people leave Kane goes down maybe 0.2.
Lingard, here we go. Freaking Lingard's in it.
Lingard's went up in price. I love it, by the way. Also, I don't think he's a bad pick. I mean, like, if you're in that, you come out and you score 2 goals. West Ham score goals a lot these days. You know what? He's only 5 million or whatever. I'd go for
6
him.
million.
But anyway, 6 million. There you go.
Yeah, but this is your team. This is your team for Gameweek 23. Because we could talk all night, but we have got people wanting to come and chat with us.
Sorry.
Martinez in goal against Arsenal.
Yeah.
You haven't got much of a choice there, so you know, save points, clean sheet probability. Yeah, why not? just that's what people do. I know lots of people in mini leagues that do that. They start all their like non-playing players and they just do it just to troll people.
Hate it. People absolutely hate it for no reason.
Do you know what? Steve-O has said multiple times that he hates it, but I've seen Steve-O do it. So it's like.
It's fun to do. It's just it's really annoying when you calculate. You do all the math and you're like, oh, I might be top, and then oh no, he's got Martinez coming off the bench. I like to mess with people's math. Anyway, so Martinez, sorry,
Martinez
or might not be there. I don't really know. I can either do the Burnley transfer.
You've got Wan-Bissaka and Maguire there on the bench as well.
Oh, I know, but that's controversial, isn't it? Because what do? Do I play Stones and Diaz, who are almost certainly going to get a clean sheet, although I do have Salah, or do I play my Manchester United players, put the Stones and Diaz on the bench? It's a really difficult
I know what I would do. I would hedge my bets and just do
play one
one of each. Yeah, one of each, man.
Who would
I probably
you play,
would.
There you go.
Wan-Bissaka purely because right, okay, Maguire is obviously a threat from the corners, set pieces, but Wan-Bissaka, I don't know, maybe down the wing he can start, getting a few more balls in and getting a few assists, and getting on the end of crosses. You never know. And he's like defensively, he's been absolutely outstanding. Maybe there's an offensive side to him that we're starting to. Maybe it's way too early to say, but
let's throw this into the mix. Is Shaw going to play? Because his goal came off of Shaw, and the assist came off of a Shaw crossover or whatever that's called when you put the ball to the other side.
Sorry, a diagonal.
So like Shaw had it and then he crossed it right over the pitch and then
Wan-Bissaka
was there and he switched it and then Wan-Bissaka crossed it in. So like Shaw was really the orchestra of both of Wan-Bissaka's returns in the attack. So is Shaw going to play? I don't know. You're a Manchester United fan, right?
Yes, he is going to play.
Okay.
Latest episode of Firing Blanks is awesome. I think James will do well with his manifesto.
Thank you, Harbour Boy. It's really nice of you. Thank you for the $8.99. Latest episode of Fire and Blanks was really fun. That is my podcast I do exclusively with James. I like to think of it as more like the XXX or after hours version of Fantasy Weekly. Fantasy Weekly is all business, and then Fire and Blanks is the mullet back, where we've got like we basically are allowed to swear.
When's your schedule? When's your schedule? When do you post? When do you upload? When do you?
Well, recently the schedule's been mental, but we like to upload at least once every game week. So recently it's been every Thursday and Sunday, and then when it gets a bit quieter it'll probably just be every Sunday, and then therefore but you can go on, it's on every platform obviously, and the latest Firing Blanks is all about James and his new manifesto, which is what we talked a little bit about, where he has basically written a bunch of rules that dictate that they all come to basically this, which is that he's not allowed to transfer a player out unless they're injured. And he's going to hopefully. I know, man,
that is a hard thing to do. That's that to me. That's like crippling yourself.
It is, but it takes away the I really like shiny player A, so I'm going to take my rubbish player B out. And then no, I've taken B out, but then he just scored, and he hates that. And apparently he did it in 17-18 to like monstrous effect. Like he just absolutely smashed FPL that year because he did it. But the thing that he said is that he allowed himself like a luxury transfer once a month, where if he wanted a shiny person that
luxury
much,
transfer.
he gave it to him. A luxury transfer.
Like for me, I would just feel sick if I was accumulating transfers and losing them. Like when you roll a transfer, you get 2, and then you like, it's like we've all had it. We all get that. We all have this thing like, I've got 2 transfers. Right, if I don't use one, I'm gonna lose it. Right, who's on my bench? Right, okay, who can I like? You're desperate to use that transfer.
Well,
I can only imagine.
He used to have a magazine that he did, and he used to do like once a month, and he sent it out, and it was really, really well received. But this whole thing that he did with the manifesto in 1718, he did the experiment, and then he wrote about it in the magazine. And what he came to the realization was, after analyzing the team, is that those luxury transfers were actually a net negative by a lot, because they just never worked out. And I explained to him that it might just be because he's really bad at the game, but he wasn't having it. He was like, no, it's just it's the autonomy. You need the autonomy. So he's this is what he's starting. He's on 800,000th in the world, I think. And he says go for it.
What does he say? Sorry.
Yeah, so he's at 800,000, and for every 1,000 he is outside the top 100k, he's going to donate £1 to charity.
£1,
and he's trying to get official FPL to match
involved in it, because they did reply to his tweet, didn't they? Yeah, and so who knows? Absolutely. See, for me, the beginning of the season, I loved to take risks and transfers and just jump on like what the players I feel are going to be like the kind of the bastions of the template going into like the first quarter of the season. I tend to go crazy with hits and stuff, and anyone that watches the show knows that. And this is the second half of the season is very much the business end, where I don't do anything really risky. I kind of switch a few captaincies around. The only risky things I've done lately is maybe move away from the popular captain picks to try and capitalize on it.
Okay.
Yes and no, it's worked out, but yeah. One of the most, I guess what I'm trying to say is one of the most exciting things for me is the transfers in the game. So kind of doing this thing where you're limiting yourself. I have massive respect for it, and if it works out for him, then fair play.
I can't wait for it to not work out, so I get to.
So you can say, hate to say I told you so.
Yeah, I've never seen someone try and get out of giving money to charity so much, but it's gonna be really funny. In terms of hits, though, it's one thing that I have said this year has really helped. Is not taking hits, because it stops you from being so volatile, and the volatility of this season has kind of dictated the show. And I've already said, like, I could have taken a hit for any time to get Kane out when all those train stops were happening, and I'm glad I didn't. So I'm actually it's only 4 hits this season in total.
There he is.
Oh, is that the spider?
There he is. Hang on a minute.
Put your hand in front of it so we can see it. Oh, if your camera is good enough that it's gonna... No way is that got a thingy on that. What happens if this is poisonous and it bites you and then you become Spider-Man? Where do you live? You don't live in Australia, right? Ibor desk fan. Nice. Yeah, you live in a shed, mate.
I've unplugged my headset, so give me a second.
You're like Ed from Shaun of the Dead. And he's out in the shed playing games after he turns into a zombie. Spoilers. That's you, mate. With the spiders and the rats and the green screen.
That's the first spider I've seen in here. That's literally the first spider. I don't expect to see many. It's got through the door.
Spiders, let's get some calls on the go.
Yeah. Right, and that's good. Right, that's what's...
See what I did there?
No? What were you referring to as callers as spiders, as an arachnids? Yeah. Oh, you get to cut. Who do you want to bring on first?
Oh, can I pick? Oh, that's nice. No, don't let me pick.
No?
Just whoever was first. Do it like a...
I don't know. I don't know who was...
shopping queue.
Okay. I don't know who was first, but get yourself in the waiting room, guys, on the Discord. We're gonna get you guys in.
Alphabetical order.
Right. So Justice for Ginge, he's kind of doing really well. He's in a few thousand. I think it's 3,000, 2,000. I don't really care. All he does is come in. All he does is come in, flexes his rank, kind of, doesn't really do much else, just apart from like making me feel bad about myself for being so low, and then it goes.
Not that difficult. Continue.
Well, let's bring on someone that's a bit lower than me.
Justice for Ginge, though. I mean, like, if FPL's all he's got. No offense to you.
Well, Dread FPL here is saying that we love Ginge, so you might want to bring Ginge on. He's almost past his bedtime. Says
we're bringing Ginger on. Yeah.
Right, Ginge, good evening. How's it going?
Hello,
What's
mate.
happening, dude? What are you disappointed about?
It's not me, and it's not the spider.
What a player's not a person.
People.
A player's are people. They're not just they're not just pixels on a screen. Yeah, well, you didn't captain him, did you? I'm disappointed in that.
Wilfred Hammy.
Well, no, you said that you said that you were gonna do it. You said you were gonna do it. And then he said no. I was.
They can't hear him.
They can't hear it. Oh, you know what? 2 seconds, dude. They can't hear you. Let me just switch him over.
Don't worry, chat. I got you. Chat, I got you. We can't hear him.
Hang on.
Basically, what he was saying was he loves Dave. He loves Dave so much. He isn't really a big fan of Jason's, but he absolutely fancies the pants off this.
Oh yeah, Jason. FPL mate wants to talk to you. By the way, he told me to tell you.
Oh really? Well, tell if FPL mate wants to talk to me, tell him to accept my friend's request because I can't add him as a friend.
Yeah, you can't DM him.
I can't add him as a friend or DM him, so he needs to add me as a friend on the old Discordo.
Yeah, because he likes your server, so I was like, oh yeah, do a partnership, and then he's like, oh, I'll just shout you out on like a stream or something.
So how's your FPL getting on, mate?
Yeah, we're still in 2K. Come on.
2K.
Everyone, round of applause in the chat, please. Round of applause in the chat.
2K, are you? How far are you from top 500? Have you worked it out?
I don't know. I need to check that.
Do you look at that sort of thing? Yeah, well, Dave apparently can check that for you.
Give me your team ID, mate.
86.
You dirty son of a gun.
0705.
Oh, I thought you were just done at 86. 86.
Yeah.
0705. Jesus. I was like,
yeah, he was really quick at signing up.
Right. Is it? What's your?
Jacob's FPL.
Perfect, I've got you, mate. You are top 1K. You are 16 points away. 16
points from the top 1K.
Mm-hmm.
We got any further breakdowns than that, or is it just top 1K?
No, I can do whatever you want. He's 30 points in front of top 10K, so that means he's exactly 35 points in front of me, which is not a lot. I could get a monster 150 week again, and
you're not gonna get there.
Well, I wouldn't say that, mate, because a couple of weeks ago I did get 150 points to Jason's detriment. If we don't remember,
that literally was the perfect game week for you, man.
Right now. Jason was all very happy about it, saying ha 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 ha. You don't have Salah, ha 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 ha. And what was your final score at that? 86 or something in that double game week, Jason? Yeah. So anyway,
he took that personal. He took that personal.
To be honest, I thought we were. This was ancient history. I thought this was this past. You know, why'd you keep bringing it up? I got 94 points actually. Thank you very much.
Sorry, mate. 94 points.
But the thing is, though, was you two big brains like me and just Captain Antonio?
Two big brains like yourself? Are you double-headed?
Yeah. No. I Captain Antonio during the double game week, my friend.
Oh.
Well, there we go. That's you got a goal.
One
and
goal.
You got bonus 3 and a bonus 3.
Who did I captain?
Spider-Man, what's going on with this Spider? Go
No,
away.
not this week. I mean during the double game week. That's when I popped off.
We hear you. Let me double check. Oh, sorry, I got 155 points, not 151. My bad. Who did I captain? I captained De Bruyne. That was pretty rubbish. But I did have Antonio, so that counts for something. Did you wildcard in game week 18?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think everyone who wildcard in game week 18 did really well. And that means we've got a free hit for game week 29. So what's your question, my man? You're hot on the air.
My question is, can you look at my team just real quick? And anyway, what would you say for the future that I should look into?
All right, let me have a look. You played Leno. Do you have Martinez on the bench?
Well, I'm gonna have to play Martinez this week, aren't I? So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It doesn't show me your bench. It only shows me who.
Oh wait, no, it's in the live. It's in the live.
No, it's in the live stream. Yeah, it's in the live screen team screenshots channel. There you go. Martinez in goal. Cancelo, Sufal Wan-Bissaka. So there we go. He's playing one of Man City, one of Man United. There you go. Some tips from someone that's so high up in the rankings there, Dave.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna hedge. I'm not gonna hedge my bets. I'm going to go all
Going
black
all
or
in.
all red. Yeah, 100%. All in.
All red.
All black
what are
or
you
all
gonna
red?
do
You
for
mean
Zaha?
all blue and all red?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played roulette in ages. I don't really remember the colors. What are you doing with Zaha, my friend?
This is my only problem. I want to wait till the double game weeks are all announced and then hopefully go from there.
He's going to be out for a little while. Hammies are not fun, and he also came back from a hamstring injury, didn't he? So this is not his first rodeo. Are you worried that you're going to be holding for a while? Who's on your bench right now?
Gundogan, Stones. Why no? I'm not. And Zaha, obviously.
Fair play. I think you've got Gundogan. You're fine. You should be okay. Is there anyone you're looking into instead of Zaha? Have you got Lingard in your sights?
Nah. You know, underrated opinion. Listen, chat. Listen. Right.
They can't help but listen.
Listen.
Mm.
I chat. Lockman, bro. Lockman. What? So, no, you didn't hear anything.
Really?
Hold on.
Is that the new? That's the new bandwagon? Is it?
No. So basically, yeah. Everybody knows,
secret.
yeah. If you've heard of me, yeah. Eze, yeah. Basically, that geezer, yeah, been put off because of Zaha and that. So,
Lookman's got West Ham, then Everton, then Sheffield United, and Crystal Palace. He's also got a double game week that was announced, doesn't he? Fulham does have a double game week.
Yeah.
So you've got that there. Are you worried that potentially you're missing out on Rafinha, who also has a double game week and plays for a team who is doing well?
To be honest, I've got to wait, but they're my two big names, names, Rafinha and Lookman. They're my two main ones.
Fair play. I do like the look of Lookman. So you've got that going for you. Who are you captaining this week? You've got the armband on Antonio. I like to see that.
The boy. Come on, Antonio.
Do you support West Ham?
No.
No.
No one would guess, right?
No, Antonio. Yeah, he's the geezer that led me here. So gotta big up my man.
Yeah, he's due a goal. If you guys at all follow FF Scout, they've got a goals incoming thing that they do, and Antonio's right at the top this week. He's missed some absolute sitters, and he's hit the post twice, I think, or 3 times in 2 game weeks. So, yeah, my armband is currently on him as well, 100%.
Oh yeah, can we? Can Jason as well? Can you regain justice for me? You know, because of the abuse last time I joined. I don't like abuse.
What abuse?
You know, like I talked for 2 seconds, but you kicked me out without even saying goodbye.
You've talked for too long now, mate. So it's evened itself out, isn't it? You're supposed to have one question.
This is bullying.
No.
Not one question. Go, is it? You're not KSI.
He looks like KSI.
I got some features.
At least you got a beard.
Ginge, you are going to continue to do things which are extraordinary, I'm sure, that are out of the box, and I wish you all the best of luck, man, in your captaincy of Antonio.
Right.
I think it's a good pick.
Goodbye.
All the best, dude.
Antonio, let's go.
See you later, man.
That is your little speech there before you kicked him out is exactly what my dad said to me before he left me. Almost to the letter. Well done. Just bringing back the memories. Right, who's next on the call?
That's harsh.
I'm also going Antonio, by the way. It was harsh. I was only 7.
Well, there we go. Let's move on to the next caller. Right, King Kun's been waiting for a while. I know that much. King Kun, good evening. Another caller coming on to who's got a very, very much opinionated view on a certain player. And who's that player?
And thanks for the cash. Yeah, what? Sorry?
Hey, King, can you hear me, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine, man. I can hear you a lot better now. What's happening, dude?
Nothing much, man. I've been flooded with work pretty much. Yeah. Want to see? I came in to see what you guys think. I know FPL Dave had a bit of a biased opinion on Chilwell because he owns him, but
I wasn't biased. I'm getting rid of him. He's leaving for a Burnley player, almost definitely. I had him on the bench last week, for goodness sake.
because yeah, go on, sorry.
No, all I'm saying is Alonso has played a lot of minutes, and I know that they like him over there, but surely you can't drop Chilwell for too long. I mean, he's going to get very unhappy.
But the armband?
Oh yeah,
the armband's coming on. Coming on.
I really hope it pays off for you, but I really know it's not going to.
I think, Jace, you know my love for that player because I think he's the greatest FPL defender in the history of the game, in my opinion.
I can understand that. Yeah. I can understand.
Where New Zealand are you from, mate?
Australia.
Yes.
Australia. That part of New Zealand.
You know how you always say where parts of Australia you're from, and they always go, I'm from New Zealand.
I'm from Melbourne.
Right,
yeah.
Fair play. I like your accent, I really do.
Yeah, so I posted the team, but I just wanted to come in and have a chat as well, see what you guys are up to.
Okay.
Just streaming, mate. What about you?
Trying to figure out if Lingard is worth it or not.
Yeah. The age-old question. $1 million question. What do you think, Jason?
What's that? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
What was the question?
Lingardinho. Ronaldinho's
for God's
brother.
sake. Right, okay. 2 things you're doing this week, which I completely flat out would not do myself. A, captain Alonso, and B, jump on the Lingard wagon. Fair play. There's a lot of people that are respectable FPL managers are all saying that Lingard could be the next best thing to John Lundstrom. Personally, I don't see it myself, and the both the goals he scored.
You're part of the biased Man United.
No. I just think that both the goals he scored were lucky. People in the disc. Yeah, well, certainly the second goal was lucky. Martinez should have saved it. It was awful. The goalkeeper was shocking. But people in the Discord, they make it sound like he's like the next bloody best thing since sliced bread, like the next Lionel Messi or something. They're posting the Lingardinho, Messi Lingard pictures in there. I was like, what's going on here? It's a meme. It's a meme. We know it's a meme. It's still a meme. Just because he scored 2 goals, sorry, mate, I'm not jumping on him. So
it's
best
more
of
fun
luck.
to wind up someone who gets wound up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I completely understand what you mean.
I think you should bring him in. And the reason I think you should bring him in is because Ben Dinnery brought him in. So you know he's going to stay fit.
Already brought him in.
Yes.
He's got him there. He's got him on his team. I mean, dude,
I don't want to bring the stream up because I get just drowned by chat and I read every message. Keep chatting, by the way, because I do read every message.
The chat, I am reading the chat, but to be honest, it's like God, country, Lingard. There's so much Lingard love right now. Lingard. Oh, here we go. Andre, here we go. Lingard is the biggest knee jerk ever. You had Souček in that team. Much cheaper. And better. Souček's better than Lingard.
had 9 shots last week. He was playing literally a number 10. I watched the game.
You've had one game.
He looked.
No.
They looked like they were Son and Kane.
I watched the game too.
Like they were Son and Kane.
I watched the game too. But listen, dude. Right, listen.
It's difficult to watch games in Australia. You know how rubbish their internet is.
Right. Listen. Right. You've got one data point to go from. One game. He looked decent. Okay, I agree. He did very well. But you're okay if you're going to just hit
9 shots. I understand a midfielder having 3 shots. The guy had 9 shots last week. It was
an anomaly, mate. It was an anomaly. That's fine.
Okay, let's look at it. Unbiasedly. I know it's all fun and games, right? But let's look at it this way. He's more money than Rafinha. He's more money than Lookman, and he doesn't have a double in the next 4 game weeks. He has good fixtures. I'll give you that, but he doesn't have a double, and also. We don't know what his playing time is going to be. Yes, he did very well on his debut. He probably deserves to keep his space, but how fit is he, having not played much games professionally in a long time? So for me, as bandwagons go, there's a lot of risk, especially considering there are players that are cheaper than him that are doing better than him. Because even though he did well, like Rafinha is doing absolutely fantastic. So why did you go for Lingard over him?
I want Rafinha when they play, not next week, the week after. I want him.
So you do have plans, but Leeds have good fixtures, right?
I'm going to make a promise right now on the stream. If Jesse Lingard scores more than 5 goals between now and the end of the season, I'll buy a J-Ling's hat and wear it on the street.
That's not. You should give every single person.
You buy his jersey from West Ham.
Yeah, you have to buy his jersey from West Ham and wear it. Oh, that would be much better. Because a J-Ling's hat.
Okay. If J-Ling's, if Jesse Lingard
scores,
5 goals,
so we need 7 goals total.
5 more goals this season.
Yeah.
I will buy a West Ham jersey with Lingard's name on the back of it.
How many games do they have in hand? How many games do they have in hand?
Too many.
Hold on. Because they're 5th or something. You don't realize how good West Ham have been. Obviously, or you wouldn't have said any of those words you just said. Oh, they played 22 games. Okay, fair enough. So they've got the appropriate
Decent amount of games left. So
even if he scores one,
got a horrible run. But...
1 in every 3 games, he's got a jersey sale.
Jesse Lingard will score 6 or more goals just when West Ham jerseys incoming, says Vince, Bruno, Mason Grealish, also known as Vince Chapman. Vince, it's not happening, mate. All right, bookmark it as much as you want. 5 goals between now and the end of the season, more. 5 more than what he's got now. 7 goals, ain't happening. Happy to place that bet. Jason, you have to wear that.
I'm interrupting you. I really apologize. I don't have any more alcohol left. I'm gonna go get some more. I'll
go and get some more alcohol. Have you seen the alcohol I've got, by the way?
No, I didn't. What's that? Mezcal. Is it mezcal?
No, it's Old J. It's called Tiki Fire Spiced Rum. Overproof, 75.5%.
Lovely. That'll kill you.
Yeah, it would.
Down it.
No.
Jesse Lingard scores a hat trick, you down it.
Yeah. The last stream from the shed, everybody. It's the Tiki Fire, absolutely. See you in a minute. Basically, dude, what's the percentage of you? I asked this to a lot of people. What's the chances of you captaining Alonso Gameweek 23?
100%.
100%.
I saw him dragged off in the 59th minute, used as the first sub. The new manager, where Rudiger, Kante, Kovacic, of the older senior players, Alonso, try to complain to Abramovich and got him sacked. That just tells me that there's another side of the dressing room in Chelsea.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I always respect, no matter how different someone's opinion is, I always respect other people coming to a conclusion and an opinion over, in life, let alone in fantasy football. And I respect your decision to captain Alonso. And I feel that if he does play against Sheffield United, there is a high chance he could be involved in some type of attacking output as well as potentially getting a clean sheet. So yes, fair enough. I respect it. Best of luck to you, mate. And please, please, please let us know if it does pay off. And tell me to my face that I was wrong to second guess and doubt your decision.
Like, I got laughed at, guys. 5 weeks ago, I brought in Sanchez, right? Goalkeeper. Got destroyed on Discord. People are telling me, what are you talking about? You got no idea. You got no credibility. 4 clean sheets in a row.
Yeah. I mean, dude, look, everyone doesn't know that. Like, the majority of people, if you say something different to what their plans are, they'll just laugh at you or they'll tell you your idea's trash. Okay, it happens all over the internet. Okay, I posted on Twitter, who should I captain between Sterling and Salah? Everyone was saying Salah, of course. Most people were saying Salah. Crazy to captain Sterling. I went against it because I thought, you know what? I don't care what you guys think. I make my own decisions, fools. Anyway, dude, you make your own decisions. Stick with it. And be happy with your own decisions. And if it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off. Cheers, mate.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
There's fireworks going offside.
Fireworks?
Someone's really enjoying the stream.
So, right. I have to say right now, from an untrained eye, it would look like you have got a window over your shoulder. That's daylight. That's how, other side. That's the Shaun of the Dead poster. No, the other side.
Oh. That's
the other side. That looks, I know, but the reflection of the light makes it look like a window. And I feel like that's outside. And it feels like it's daytime for you somewhere in the world. So maybe you're in an exotic place. That's a book.
Yeah, it's a book.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. Is it Harry Potter? The whole of Harry Potter in a book?
No, it's the whole of.
That's the whole of the Hobbit. I'm sure you
Hobbit.
told me this. Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
But
not
yeah.
interesting.
Well, it's all right. It's better than Game of Thrones, isn't it? Let's be honest with you. Let's get another call run. Yeah. Let's get Semi-Sweet Potato in. He's been waiting a while. Then it'll be Liam, and then it'll be Doogie, and we'll keep going through each one. Yeah, Semi-Sweet Potato, who I can only introduce as a long-term supporter of the show, and also the man behind some amazing Discord bots out there. The man behind the FPL.AI bot that is over 60 servers on Discord. Is that right? Is it 60 servers? Semi, you're in with that bot?
I love that his name is Semi. Like, we just refer to him as Semi. I know it's Semi-Sweet Potato. What else are we going to call him? Sweet? But, like, his
okay,
name
Potato.
is Semi.
Just give him Potato. Can you hear me? Mr. Potato?
I'm here, yeah. Does this work?
Yeah, perfectly, mate. Work hear you loud and clear, buddy. How's your day, man? How's your day been?
It's going pretty well. Gameweek23 now into full swing. Huge double game week news. It's looking like it's time to fix up my Super Cup record and get my arrows green again.
So, yeah, I will go through the Super Cup. I completely forgot to do that, but I will do that in a moment.
You should. I think I'm very high up in it.
Yeah, well, I'm not. So there we go. I'm stalling. I'm waiting for everyone to be all sleepy so they don't pay attention to what I'm saying, which is generally 5 minutes after the stream starts.
Aww,
yeah.
Don't say that. Are you fishing? Because you're getting it. This is a lovely stream.
But
Sorry,
dude,
Semi, you were saying.
Yeah. The spotlight's on you, Semi. Your team's on the screen here.
Okay.
Why are we looking at your transfer page again? Remind me.
My transfer page. Oh yeah, my transfer page. Yeah. Because I did something a couple of weeks ago that felt a little bit crazy at the time, but it's starting to look really good. So I played my second wild card, and I went ahead. I thought we're gonna turn around and start to get on the template, but I also tried to look at the teams that had fixtures left over that I thought would get a double game week soon. So I got Everton players, Fulham players, Burnley players, and what do we know?
Yeah.
Checkmate. So I got it. So sometimes you have to just realize that you made a mistake. You've done something wrong. So I'm going to say right now that I thought Liverpool were going to bounce back when they beat Spurs. So I got Trent in. He looked really good in that game. I thought he was going to find his confidence back, find his touch. But no, it hasn't quite worked out that way. So I'm going to hold in my hands and say I got it wrong. So he's out the door.
How many games has it been since that Spurs game?
It's been 2.
I feel like it's a little soon to know if you've done anything wrong.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't punch yourself in the face too hard.
Yeah, but
you know.
Yeah, that is fair. But I am looking ahead a little bit to the next couple fixtures, and then also the double game week. The one team I forgot to consider was Leeds.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I think I'm gonna. Brewster will become Bamford soon, and then
just a tiny upgrade there, not too much.
Yeah,
little sliver.
I mean, I have 3 million in the bank because the premiums are absolutely terrible right now. So
yeah,
I used that. I shuffled my money around, put it into defense a little bit more, but I'm willing to free that up.
I look at your team, man. I look at your team, and genuinely, it's a decent team.
I would trade you my team for your team. Actually, you know what? If Alexander Arnold was Wan-Bissaka, then you've got a deal.
Wan-Bissaka for Alexander Arnold, and or Shaw if you want to go that route, or and then Brewster was DCL. That would be perfect. Oh no, you've got DCL. Never mind.
Got DCL.
Brewster was Bamford. Brewster was Bamford. Yeah. That would be perfect.
Yeah, that would eventually end up being sort of where I'd go. I am thinking of replacing Trent with Cresswell, actually, just for these 2 fixtures that West Ham have. Yeah. But I've considered him. I've also considered a Chelsea defender. And I've also considered just getting Dallas early, because I think I am going to want Dallas in my team after in time for 25 when Leeds double. Because having 1 Leeds player is not enough with the way that they are. Over 2 games, maybe over 1 game, Leeds aren't. Maybe they just won't turn up. But that's just how they are. They turn up sometimes, they don't. It's very hard to call.
Hot and cold.
With Leeds.
Yeah.
So over 2 games, you would bet on them doing well. And then potentially also, if I really wanted to go on, I could upgrade Lookman to Rafinha, who looks to be going from strength to strength right now.
I have a question
So,
for
yeah.
you. I have a question for you. So looking at this team, it looks great, and I love the fact that we've got a guy on called Semi, and he's got Areola in his team. We don't have to look into that further. You must have the biggest headache for your bench every single week. Because look, you've got Alexander-Arnold, Dean, Stones, and Cancelo, which I assume, based on their premium price, you have to play every week, right? Then you've got Grealish, Salah, Gundogan, Fernandes, Lookman. If you get Bamford in, that means you have 4 great defenders, 5 great midfielders, and 3 great strikers.
It's a benching headache.
It's going to be the worst. I reckon if you're going to downgrade
it's a bench boost every single week.
Yeah,
Dave.
I think if you're going to downgrade Alexander-Arnold, downgrade him to someone who you don't care about too much, like Rudiger, for example, if you're looking for Chelsea, because he's cheap. If he doesn't play, it doesn't matter. They're not going to bring on a centre-back 10 minutes into the game like they will their left-back or right-back.
I forget. I'm trying to forget that Areola exists.
Yeah. It's hard. He's a whole person. But I
am planning to.
It's going to be a difficult. Have you got your bench boost?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Okay. Well, that's something.
I wouldn't do it,
but
I didn't have
to score on your bench in the last 2 game weeks. Do you know?
I think like 5 only.
Oh well, fair play then.
Yeah,
Ignore me.
I'm
rubbish.
You got a really talented pool of players to pick from each week. Some people see the bench boost as a problem. Others see it as an advantage because they have the ability to choose and make choices based on fixtures, based on performance. So personally, it is going to be hard this week. And
Fernandes versus Dean, Gundogan versus Alexander-Arnold, Salah versus Stones and Cancelo.
Yeah, there's so many clashes, which is why I'm looking to take out Trent and get in on, because I don't have a West Ham defender. I think they're going to do well in their next 2. Get a couple of clean sheets. Same with Chelsea.
How much is Kufal these days? 3.9, 3.8? 4.9? 4.8.
Press was a little bit more expensive.
I was thinking like you could bring down, because what happens if Kane starts banging or someone, or you've not got many premiums, your money's going to spread out.
I've got a plan for that too.
Yeah. I think maybe if you go Alexander-Arnold down to someone who's really cheap in the West Ham defence, or even Ayling maybe, if you're looking at Leeds, then that means you've got...
There is just enough money in my bank, or with 0.2 or 0.3 to spare, to get Trent out to someone around Dallas's price, 4.8, and then that would give me just enough money to get Vardy in Brewster's spot.
Oh,
that's all that
French kisses, man. French kisses. Love it. Do that.
Just a little bit more of an upgrade there than Bamford. Just a slight.
Yeah, because I'm telling you what, if Leicester get their double game week, which is looking pretty likely, it's a guaranteed goal against Arsenal. I'll tell you guys that right now. And then Burnley will be their second fixture. No, he'll be back. But yeah, Arsenal and Burnley is a very strong double game week for Leicester. I don't have any
other
players.
David Luiz, to be fair. David Luiz not playing is actually...
That's worse.
Yeah.
I think...
You're thinking all the right things here. And I think, when you came on and you said, you know what, I did the wild card, I probably jumped the gun too early, I'm not so happy. I think that's completely...
You're 2 or 3 transfers away.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 35 points last game week. I can't really complain.
How many? 85. Nice one.
Yeah.
75. The sun blank saved me from getting a red.
Dude, honestly, you're fine. You're fine, and you got a few moves away from having a complete team that is being sought after. So yeah, man. You've got nothing to worry about, man.
I would hold off on Vardy for a little bit.
You'd have a conversation.
He's got old women hips, so just chill out on the Vart. Maybe give him a game or 2, but they're 85% chance. 85% likely to have a double game week versus Arsenal and Burnley, and that is
but that's not for game week 26. For 24 and 25, I want Bamford, and then after that, I can move him to Vardy.
Okay.
That's really nice. That's a really nice.
Then downgrade Alexander-Arnold, and then after Bamford's doubles, then get in Vardy.
I really like that.
I think you're gonna want Kane. So
maybe
might be a transfer in there, but your tactics mean that you could save a transfer for game week 26, which means that because you've only got 3 transfers to make, so then you've got 4 game weeks. You could save a transfer if you really want Kane, and then you could downgrade Lookman for that week or something. Because I'm pretty sure
bench boost as early as 24 with the players I have, but 26 is going to be the most likely approach.
Yeah, fair play.
Hold the phone. We've got Nihal who's donated $2. Adams to Bamford. McCarthy to Pope for a -4. Adams to Bamford, yes. McCarthy to Pope, yes. Yes, I would do it. 100%.
Is there another question? Is that the question?
That's a question. That's a genuine question.
Maybe
like
you
literally,
have to send that in for $2. That was a waste of $2.
We could have become. Well, I think he's a member anyway. So, but you could have bought a shot of coffee, probably for that amount.
I forgot you live in England. Oh my god, that's a lot for coffee. I can get a big bag for $2. I can buy I can buy what kind of, I don't know, 50, 100 Doge coins for $2.
Doge coins? What's a Doge coin? Is that a cryptocurrency?
That is a cryptocurrency.
Is it a new cryptocurrency?
No, it's just really, really small. But Elon Musk.
Did I see? Yeah, I know. I saw something about that. I thought it was one of these accounts that pretended to be Elon Musk, but then, yeah, okay.
No.
He's big up in the crypto. Yeah.
He is.
I don't.
Big up in the Doge. Doge to the moon. Yes, he even knows. See, the guy you're talking to knows about it. Yes, I love it.
See, my brain's too small. I don't understand cryptocurrency. I can't get my head around it.
He's fishing again for the comp. Your head's not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm being genuine. No, literally, I don't understand cryptocurrency. I honestly don't. I've had people.
You don't have to understand it. Pretend it's a currency.
I've had people try to explain to me how it works, and I'm just like.
But if I ask you how like dollars work, you wouldn't be able to explain it to me adequately because not many people can.
It's based on a reserve. It's based on a reserve of bullion that creates the value.
When that reserve doesn't exist, but we still have money, right? How does that happen, right? It's based on trust and blah 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 blah. What if I can tell you that every single bit of cryptocurrency is based off of a number that only one person can have? That's all it is. It's the same thing. So crypto is just.
Well, what's a blockchain and what's like? I don't know. Like I think a lot of it's all.
What is life? Where is laughter?
I don't know. Oh, choose life. We move on. And apparently Vardy isn't much. Hang on. Vince says something about Vardy not being more of an upgrade than Bamford because Bamford's outscoring Vardy and that's much cheaper at 6.6.
I think that's because Vardy's been in hospital.
If you gave me the choice of Bamford for the rest of the season or Vardy for the rest of the season, have a guess.
But this is the best thing. This is the best thing that sorry.
Because money's not an issue because no one.
But Semi's going to have Bamford for his double in 25, and then remember Bamford is only playing Aston Villa in Gameweek 26. He's not doubling because he doesn't blank in Gameweek 29. So he's going to be playing our man's exactly, whereas Vardy's got a double. Potentially, 85% chance likely. Yeah. So he's got them both for their doubles.
Yes.
And it means he doesn't have to play Bamford versus his own keeper.
Yes. No, the route is perfect. In fact, I can't think of a better route to take in terms of planning for transfers for the foreseeable 3 or 4 game weeks. That's 100%. A tick. That's a tick from FPL Dave.
100%.
And if Dave says it's true, then I agree. Then signed, sealed, and delivered, Mr. Potato. You're onto a winner, mate.
I'll see you when Vardy scores a hat trick at Turf Moor, the happy place.
Yeah.
Sound about chicken.
And he left
it. Mic drop.
Lovely. It's Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head.
Have a good day. Mic drop. Yeah. There we are. Thank you so much.
It's connected to my shelf.
I could take mine off, but if I dropped it, I don't want to break it.
Yeah. It's gonna make a lot of noise if I do that.
Yeah. And
we're old, mate. We don't mic drop.
Just get a pretend mic. Just get a pretend one and just be like
one that you give to your dog. Okay. Yeah. They just speak like this, and this is off camera. I'm gonna do that. How much are Chew Toy mic?
I'm gonna captain Bamford this week.
That's, by the way, I think he's top 5. Top 5 Bamford is in.
There we go. There we go. I think Antonio's still a better pick, but yeah. Let's get on another caller because we want to get through them. Jay Doogie, and then we'll bring on as many as we can. Jay Doogie, if you can hear me, you're now live on the stream. Please, can you mute the stream and your mic? Unmute yourself. What was that?
Pen
a pen? Drop. Was that a pen drop?
A pen drop.
Okay. I can erase you a pen. Screwdriver.
Oh, I like this game. Hold on.
That definitely made a noise.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, keyboard.
Keyboard drop. This keyboard was expensive. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know. Doogie's gone. Doogie, can you hear me, man? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, mate. What's going on? What's that ding noise? I think.
Oh, sorry, it's my phone.
Ah, okie dokie. How's it going, man? You right?
Yeah, man, I'm alright.
Good. I'm just double checking the desk to make sure I haven't dented it with that screwdriver. So yeah, are you enjoying the show so far? We've got FPL Dave on.
Hello.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice one.
Good,
He said that
good.
every time someone says that I'm a good guest, he'll up my £0 to £1.
Commission.
So,
The commission.
so say it 100 more times.
Dave is a legend. That's what I heard in the chat earlier. Guitar drop, says Vince. I don't know if I need to bring the guitar in here. Do you know what would be really good? To have Dave chatting to the callers, and then I could just play a random song on the guitar, and then that would be quite cool. But Mr. Doogie, oh, here we go. Can you play it? Can you play it?
I'm not playing it. I was going to drop it, though.
Play Kumbaya. That's what I always get asked when I bring a guitar. I'll play Kumbaya. Mr. Doogie, have you posted your team in the live stream screenshots channel? Because I can't seem to see it, my friend.
No, I actually posted it in Rate My Team.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
I knew it. I was going to say it, and I felt really racist for saying it, but I bloody knew it. What's happening, man?
Oh, we've been on before. You've been on Speak to Me, and you're the one that posts the screenshot from a tablet.
Yeah.
I know you hear this all the time, right? But I literally watched Cool Runnings on Friday. It's one of my favorite movies. Love it.
Is it 2-4-C saying no one can believe Jamaica, we've got a bobsleigh team? Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah,
Can't really
yeah.
understand it, but I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, I loved Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings. I think I watched that when I was like
I bet
9.
You hate this. You hate this. It's like when I go to England, they're like, "Have you got a kill?" They're like, "Yeah, you're a wank." Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's better things that came out of Jamaica than Cool Runnings.
Yeah,
like,
man. No
like rum. Isn't that Jamaican? I'm not sure.
Yeah. White
Pretty sure.
Proof rum.
Yeah. There you go.
Bolt, of course.
Reggae sauce.
I'm pretty sure that was England.
Was it?
I think the guy.
I don't know. Well, reggae then. There you go. Bob Marley, yeah, absolutely. But moving away from that, your team is on the screen here in a very spread out formation in a horizontal tablet form, which it's a nightmare to try and see on the screen. But are you confident going into Gameweek 23?
Yeah, I am. I have my plans and everything for the double game week.
What's your plans for the double game week?
All right. So after game week 23, I'm gonna move Son onto Rashford.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that will fix on my team. Real nice. And then I'll bring in Cancelo and Stones off the bench.
Everything you say sounds so cool. Rashford, why Rashford particularly? I know Man United have great fixtures. I have 3 Man United players myself. Big up Wan-Bissaka. Why Rashford though? Obviously he has been played quite a lot. Are you worried about him?
I just want to very, very quickly say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is very particular. We were talking about Jamaica and about the things that come from Jamaica and reggae and stuff, and we've got the Ragga Twins on in the background. That is just so weird. Coincidence, right? Carry on.
Yeah, so tell me, Rashford, are you worried about his minutes? He has been playing a lot of minutes.
Well, kinda, but FPL is risk, so we'll just have to see.
So who are you bringing him in for, sorry?
Son,
yeah, Son was
good. Nice side, easy sideway move.
Yeah,
I did.
Did Son play that? Did Son play yesterday? I don't think.
His first touch in the box was the 87th minute.
Yeah, it was. It's very, very, very dramatic. The dynamic in that team without Harry Kane. Like we joke about the impact that Van Dijk has had on Liverpool since being injured, but Kane has literally just rendered Spurs inert. It's like. It's mental. Like I don't think anyone realistically thought that Spurs would stop scoring and Son would completely become a potato. No disrespect, but
or tofu.
Yeah, I just think that I think that's a very wise move. So you keeping him for the West Brom game, or are you going to? Sorry, I'm going to
keep him for the Newcastle game as well.
Okay, and then change him after
Yeah,
that.
and if anything, I'll bring him back in and move Watkins up to Kane if they start to play well again.
Fair play.
Just
So
enough.
you've got a chance of bringing him back in. So
Yeah.
let's have a look. Ben Krellin says that Tottenham are 73%. Sorry, hold on. They are 73% chance likely to have a double game week in 26 versus Burnley and either Aston Villa, Fulham, or Southampton. Whereas Rashford has unfortunately not got as good of a fixture. He's got Chelsea and then Crystal Palace away. So are you worried about Son versus Rashford at that point, or are you quite competent that Son's probably going to be rubbish?
No, I'll more than likely I'll bring back Son instead of Rashford.
Right, so Rashford.
Because you know what's going to happen as soon as Kane comes
Yeah.
back. It's going to be back to the days.
If Kane come back, I'll just move Watkins up to Kane and have Son as well.
Right, and dingy the Rashford idea. Because I mean, obviously, the Rashford's been doing good, but so too has their defense. Wan-Bissaka's doing really well. You could go for him instead. Pogba obviously got a rest, but when he is playing, he's higher up than Fernandes, so that is also a shout and a bit cheaper. You could potentially do that instead of, I don't know, if Leicester don't get their double, you could go Maddison to Pogba, etc. There are options. Was it just Rashford you were looking at in Man United?
Yeah, it was just a nice little sideways move on Rashford. He can do him thing. That's just all I was thinking about.
How long ago did you bring me in? Are you ahead of the curve?
Last night.
Last night, I knew it.
Yeah.
I just love the Cool Runnings references in the chat. Just keep them coming.
I know,
guys.
everyone's going nuts. It's my favorite day in the whole world.
Are you not considering Leeds at all? I know you got Dallas in there, but no one else from Leeds?
Yeah, I was thinking about in 25 moving Antonio to Bamford just for a little while, and then as soon as Antonio fixtures start to ease up a little, I'll move Bamford back down to Antonio.
It's something I think that every Antonio owner is aware of, is that how big a fixture swing that West Ham have in 3 game weeks. But then also, every non-owner is like, I could probably hold off. They've got a big fixture swing coming in. Like we talked about earlier on the show, Jason, like I'm probably not going to get rid of him forever because it's just not what I'm really into, unless I have a free transfer. But the interesting thing is like if I didn't have Bamford, looking at Bamford's fixtures versus Antonio's, especially with a double coming up, I think that would be a really difficult call, especially considering they're both kind of banging. So interesting.
Yep.
It's a good dilemma to have, really, to be honest with you. But again,
the thing with Antonio, though, you never know when he can score because he can score against the big 6 clubs. He has.
Yeah,
we've seen it in the post lockdown, didn't we? He was just scoring every week for fun. He can play anywhere. They've not really got any other strikers to play though, so you feel like he's nailed. I was worried about his FA Cup game coming up because he's got a game versus Man United, but then at the same time they're 5th and have a real challenge this year for European football. So do you think that he's going to be playing 90 minutes on Saturday and then he gets rested for the cup game, or do you think he might have his minutes kind of a little, because I'm thinking about captaining him, so I'd be interested to know your thoughts.
I think they'll just monitor his minutes in the cup game,
right,
and then just try and go for the European football.
I hope so.
They need the money to build up.
Yeah, they definitely do. Well, how much did they sell Haller for? 25 million or something, right?
Yeah,
they got decent amount of money.
They'll spend that on Rice's next contract. I guarantee you. That's what they'll do. Although I don't know if he'll be going Chelsea anymore. Tuchel doesn't really seem like a Rice fan.
No, he was a Lampard
Schnitzel fan.
He doesn't seem to be a fan of many people, does he, Tuchel? To be fair, he's very particular.
I like that manager.
Yeah,
like that. It's much better than playing Mount every single day. I know he's doing well, but you'd be doing well if every other player only spent 20 minutes on the pitch a game. And you're sitting there with 90, like, you're going to pass to me, hurry up.
That's fair enough. I mean, dude, you got any final thoughts on your plans for the game week, or?
No, that's just about it. I feel like I have everything in place. All of my double game week players and everything. So we'll just see. I'm trying to move from 180k up to the top.
I was just about to ask what your overall rank was. 180k is a very good rank, my friend. And what's your
Finally,
target?
someone
Have you got
lower than you, Jason.
Oh shit! Where are we? Where are you planning? Where you not where you planning? Where are you aiming to end up in the overall rank? Or are you just going to see where you go? Just kind of take it as it comes.
This is my first year actually paying attention to it. So wherever I land, I'll just use it as a base year for other years.
Doing very well. Very well.
You're setting yourself up for disappointment, because I did that in my first year and I got 4.5k, mate. You know how hard it has been living up to that expectation every year since. Very difficult. I killed myself last year. Killed myself. But well done, mate. First year playing 180k. Well done.
Very good.
That's bloody brilliant.
It's all the FPL content you consume, isn't it? That's what it is.
It's the little things, Jason.
It's the little things. Yeah, make the big things happen. Absolutely. Thank you ever so much.
Just before you go, again, 188k. It's your first year, and I know how ridiculously hard it is to watch games when you're not in the UK. Like anytime,
it's easier, isn't it?
Norway, not that way. That way.
Well, in Jamaica, the games start as soon as I wake up. They start 6:30 a.m. or 7 a.m.
Okay.
Bugger that.
Yeah, but
yes, I just wake up and they'll finish around 3 p.m. If the matches go until late.
True. I can understand that. Yeah, because like I think of South Africa when I go there. Obviously not now at the moment, but the every game is on. It's the pick you get on SuperSport. You can watch every single game, and it's like what, an hour, 2 hours ahead. So it's a convenient time. It's like tea time. So the 3 o'clock game's like 5 o'clock. And it's like,
remember your world, your globe. It's
bigger, right? It's bigger. Yeah. It's a big world out there. It's a big world out there, absolutely. And so.
Oh, well done, man. Appreciate you coming on,
Dougie, man. You're a star. Thank you, buddy. Speak to you again soon.
All right, thanks. No problem.
He's my favorite caller for sure. For sure. I know we had Australia, and those accents are nice, but you can't beat Jamaican accent. And that wasn't even a lie. I did watch Cool Runnings on Friday.
I wasn't doubting you. I mean, it's a classic.
I know, but some people I bet were
What's another classic? What's another classic?
Jamaica? I don't know.
No, like old school movie that I've seen lately.
Old Yeller, Che Bang Bang.
That's just cheesy. That is
Swiss Family Robinson.
No, okay. I was watching. Yeah, I watch a lot of TV shows. I don't watch a lot of movies lately. I don't know if you've been doing the same. I've been watching. Have you seen that WandaVision? The WandaVision.
It's amazing.
It's weird, right? The first few episodes, and it starts really getting into it. But yeah, I'm getting really hot in the shed. I'm gonna expose my underbelly.
Hey, dirty bag. Yeah. You're wearing jacket.
It's really hot in here. Like it gets really warm in here. Like I've got heating on a thermostat at 15 degrees, but it must be like 21 in here right now.
You in the spiders.
You got my Dr. Disrespect t-shirt on. Look at that.
Oh, lovely. I haven't watched him in a hot minute. Oh my goodness. I haven't watched him since he got banned. Or he left.
Oh, he did get banned, from Twitch, yeah. But let's bring on another caller. Let's bring on.
Come here, girl. Don't let me down to the ticket to the flow. Don't let me. We got VIP.
You're in the wrong industry, mate. You need to get straight down into get down to a recording studio. Let's bring on James Palin. He's been waiting a long time. James Palin, what's up, my friend?
Bub.
Hello? Bub.
Justice for Ginge. Just got to put that out there.
Oh, here we go. What have I done wrong to Ginge? Like, he does not need any justice. The guy's doing really good at FPL. He comes on here to flex his rank because I'm doing average. It's fine. It's literally that. Look, we're cool. Me and Ginger's cool. There's no
it's not
animosity
your rank,
there.
it's how you use it.
It's right? Exactly right. It's like, come on, Sunday surgery comes on. I'm after people talking about like the problems they've got with their teams, and he's just saying, oh yeah, Green Arrow this week.
Palin, are you related to Sarah?
Me? No. Who's Sarah?
That's okay. It's an old person joke.
He's not from Nebraska. All right.
It sounded like he was from Nebraska.
You did it?
Are you related to Ginge?
No, I'm not related to Ginge. He's from Manchester.
I don't know. You guys all sound the same to me.
Whereabouts are you from? What region are you from?
London. Around London, I'd say.
London.
London.
Okay.
Although my dad's from up Everton, way Merseyside. So yeah, he's an Everton fan. Got me into it. I'm an Everton fan.
Oh, sorry to hear that. So
don't you feel like you want to pick your own team and not just nepotism arising?
I don't. It's actually. I think it's more fun supporting like a non-top 6 team in a way. Because when you win, it's way more exciting.
I'm only joking. It's Everton. it's a good time to support Everton. They're doing all right, and
gonna beat United. See you crying on the stream. That'd be nice.
No. No, they're not going to beat United. Do you know why they're not going to beat United? I can let you into a little. I'll get you a little bit of a secret as to why they won't beat United, because I won't be streaming that game. Like we do really well when I don't stream United games. Okay, we win 9-0.
I'm gonna let you know a little secret, Jason. It doesn't matter.
Look, I am the center of the universe. Okay, everything revolves around me, and just because I don't stream games, it's guaranteed. Okay.
Your name's Jason, not Truman. Get on with
the Argonauts. Moving on.
Oh, I like it.
That's a classic. Truman of. Maybe this isn't. Maybe I am Truman, and you guys are just all actors.
If I was an actor, I'm not getting paid enough.
And you wouldn't tell me, right?
I would tell you. By the way, vodka for the little people.
James, you've come on this evening. Are you here to discuss your result in Gameweek 22, and you're moving into Gameweek 23?
Yeah. I've got 2 free transfers, and I'm planning on taking out. I think it's either Sofal or Wan-Bissaka. I'm bringing in me or Lowton, one of those Burnley defenders.
I've just been sitting studying that bloody other team. Sorry. Right, I'm with you now.
What's your thoughts? Why do you want to get rid of Sofal? Sorry?
No, it probably is Wan-Bissaka actually over Sofal. I take out just because I want a Burnley defender for the double game week, so it's probably
gonna get rid of Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I know. That last week, that was just pure luck. Like that was just pure luck.
But I don't think. Wait, hold on. What does luck mean? Because
he's gonna outscore Lingard this year, mate.
He missed a header from the 6-yard box. He also was calling for the a pass when he was in the 6-yard box, and that was game week 21. Then game week 22 comes, and he finally gets the pass he was asking for a week ago and scores it. That doesn't sound like luck to me, my friend. That sounds like good planning on FPL Dave's side. That's what that sounds like.
Okay.
No, I think Wan-Bissaka's
no comeback. That's what I thought.
I think we're just we're in awe of that statement. I think that's generally what it is. But I feel like you're trying to do a transfer for the sake of doing a transfer. Is it? Are you got 2 transfers or 1?
2. I've got 2 free transfers.
Ah, there we go. That's the 2 free transfers mindset, isn't it? You got 2, and you think, right, I need to make a transfer. Boom. Let's get rid of Sofal. He's away at Fulham. He's probably going to get a clean sheet.
Your team's banging.
No, it will be Wan-Bissaka. I think it's more Wan-Bissaka.
Can I see your bench?
I can't see your bench. No, who's on your bench, buddy? Yeah, who's on your bench?
I've got the likes of Brewster as my 3rd striker. I've got
what defenders have you got on the bench? Wan-Bissaka's one of them. I know that.
Wan-Bissaka, I think. How many City players are in my starting defence?
So you've got Stones
Diaz.
You've got the bench as well.
You got Diaz in your starting.
I've got Cancelo on the bench then as well.
Right. First of all, can you please play Cancelo over Diaz for me? That would be lovely.
I think that's.
What do you think of that? He's literally playing Cam right now.
He's out of position, and if he starts, he's gonna bang, and if he doesn't, then you've got Diaz coming on.
That's true. Although I would reckon Cancelo's going to come on at 70 minutes.
He's probably going to come on.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Don't tell him that.
I'm worried about Cancelo. Surely he's going to play against Liverpool. Surely.
Yeah, I think he's going to play his best team. I would play Cancelo if I were you. I would take the risk because your whole team is full of non-risk. So Grealish non-risk, Gundogan non-risk, Son non-risk, Salah is a non-risk because everyone owns him. Fernandes the exact same. Kufal versus Fulham, that's a non-risk. Dallas versus Crystal Palace non-risk. Your whole team is set up for non-risk. You might as well play Cancelo, right? Because one player.
Apart from my captain.
Your captain's not even a risk, mate. I'm telling you, I'm going to read you out. If you go
Bamford is not a risk, man.
FF Scouts, top 5 polled captains. You ready for this? Fernandes, 32%. Son, 19%. Antonio, 16%. Grealish, 7%. And Bamford, 5%. He is the 5th
I'm surprised Antonio's not up there.
Antonio was third, mate.
Oh, sorry,
Antonio, Grealish, Bamford.
Right.
I don't get why Fernandes is highest.
Because he's the premium, right? He's the premium with the best.
Yeah.
Some
people will only captain premiums.
Defense.
Yeah, but some people will only
defense. By the way,
Ben Godfrey he's goated. Ben Godfrey, what a guy.
I can't. No, you're an Everton supporter. See, this is what I'm talking about.
This is the bias coming out right now.
Superpowers I'm talking about. I don't support anyone. You know that your defense is not as good as it should be, right? You don't have your defensive midfielder playing. He's been injured for a little while. You guys have taken a bit of a tank in a couple of games now.
Is Pickford
That's
injured?
all right. We got.
Is Pickford injured?
Yeah, I'm actually happy.
Then you've got a better. Your defense is improved because Pickford's injured. There you go.
Yeah,
and Olsen,
you should
go and watch the highlights of Leeds Everton.
I watched the game. I was there.
Oh, you watched the game?
Yeah, mate, you should have.
Oh my god! Right, let's just
stop
right now. He knows. He watched the game.
Yeah, our keeper was incredible. Honestly.
I just think that Man United's a different kettle of fish. All I'm saying. But yeah, I'm not captaining Bruno, and I've got him. So it's Antonio for me, then probably Bamford, then Fernandes. And the only reason I would do Bruno Fernandes is because I would be scared of everyone else captaining him. But because it's such a eclectic captaincy option this week, I feel like it's the best week for a weird captaincy. So everyone who's saying I'm going to captain Cancelo or Alonso, even like it's the one week that everyone's going to captain someone random. But you would think that Bamford would be a random captaincy, but he's definitely not. And he's probably going to be the most captaincy player come his double game week too.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Like the thing is that people that got rid of Bamford because they called him a version 2.0 Pookie, they're crying.
Ooh, yeah.
Because they got to get him back in now.
Who's your second keeper? Because if you don't want to ruin a transfer, why don't you go for Pope? Why don't you just transfer in Pope for whoever you've got, and then you've got him
that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
I have the money to do that. I would have the money to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think getting rid of Kufa. We just had 2 callers in a row saying they want a West Ham defender, and you're going to get rid of one. Or Wan-Bissaka, who's the most sought of defender.
Other than Luke Shaw, who's the best left back in the world.
If we have to do the Shaw versus Wan-Bissaka thing, I will do it. But I'm going to let you know you're going to leave this shed crying. Okay? I'm going to make you cry.
Luke Shaw is
regardless, right? He doesn't
have
Luke Shaw. He's got Wan-Bissaka in his team, and you're definitely not getting rid of him. I would probably get Pope in. It means you can play him over Martinez for a few game weeks, especially that double game week that's coming up. Martinez is playing Arsenal now. I know Arsenal aren't the best at the moment, and the memes are hilarious, but they have.
Oh, we got Toffee Man in the chat. We've got Toffee Man. He's an Evertonian in the chat. He's an Everton fan, right? Toffee Man 88.
Oh,
you getting some of this, right? Do you
Ben
think
Godfrey? He's
Ben
a great
Godfrey?
Guy.
Okay,
he's a great guy. Now we know his character.
You want to get rid of Wan-Bissaka because he's playing against Everton, and do you think it's a good idea or not? Oh, Simon Bellamy, the secret spy in the chat. Simon Bellamy.
I would play Wan-Bissaka over Diaz.
You would or you wouldn't, did you say?
I would, because you play Salah, right? Because think about it, right? You're playing Salah and you're playing Diaz, who are playing against each other, right? That's a bad pairing. So you have to pick one of them. So either play, put Salah on your bench and play Diaz, or play Wan-Bissaka and put Diaz on your bench. But I just think like you're putting money on red and you're putting money on black with those 2 players in the team.
Yeah.
You might as well just put all your money in one, because the upside's higher, right? You can if Salah scores, Diaz can't score. So
there we go. Toffee Man's
brought
in. Here we go. Toffee Man's
true.
brought in Wan-Bissaka this week. Let's put a bit of perspective on that.
He'll probably bench him. He'll bench him.
Yeah.
No.
Of course. Manchester Reds, good evening to you, buddy. Guys, can we get some likes on the stream? We've got over 130 people tuning in. We've got 56 likes. Let's get those likes up, please. Up to 100. Let's do this.
You were close with Nebraska. I googled it. Is Sarah Palin's actually the governor of Alaska?
Alaska, not Nebraska. It rhymes, right?
It was so
Nova
close.
Scotia, yeah. But it's. Have you?
Sorry,
that's Canada, isn't it? Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia is New Scotland. It means. Did you know?
Is that what it means? No, I didn't know that. I always used to think, as a kid, I used to think. Actually, it wasn't. It was only until a couple of years ago. Actually, I used to think.
A kid. How old are you? 17.
Yeah.
18.
Almost. I used to think it was Nova Scotia. Because that's how I read it on the map. That's how I read it on the map. but then
It's New Scotland, that's what it means.
Alright.
Interestingly enough, Nova Scotia is where you hear, whenever someone makes fun of Canada and it's a boot, and they always go,
A boot.
you say a boot. It's hilarious because people in Scotland make fun of me for saying a boot, but I'm like, but it comes from Scotland. Like if I say to
we
someone
own
listening-
it, damn it! It's
If I
ours.
if I say to someone in Scotland, like, how do you say it's about 5:30? They go, it's about 5:30, and I'm like, exactly.
I think it's because you probably say it a lot quicker. That's why, and people
Actually,
just
don't
skim
say
it over.
about. I say about.
Can you?
Like,
How do you? Right. Well. Right. Where is the? Can you say lock?
Lock.
But don't you say it with a loch?
Loch.
Loch.
Like Loch Lomond.
Loch.
Aye.
Yeah.
But see,
yeah.
I grew up in Canada, so it's gonna be
Right.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So-
Anyway, Palin.
Anyway, moving on.
I think
Palin.
you're doing. Is it Palin? I don't know how you pronounce
It's
yourself.
Palin. It is Palin. Yeah. Everyone thinks. Everyone that's like new to me, they always seem to think I'm related to Michael Palin.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's actually
actor.
Michael Palin. Hang on, Michael Palin. This is a really weird coincidence because I don't know why I've just opened up a new window there, but
Were you part of Monty Python?
isn't he? No, because right. Do you know why? Do you know why I find this is really weird? Because a guy in the chat a minute ago was called Roderick, and I'm going to single you out and as Roderick Salmon, and anyone that's seen Life of Brian will know about Roderick.
Roderick. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, and that's why when it's Michael Palin, I believe was playing that character, right?
Interesting.
So this weird
So you are
is
the
so
Truman Show.
this is such a weird. Maybe I am the Truman Show. Maybe this is all a figment of my imagination, and everyone tuning in is just actors, paid actors. There we go.
And
Moving away.
And it gets even weirder because one of my acne spots I've been calling Brian for the past 10 years.
Oh
How
my
weird is
god!
that? Strange.
This-
It is strange.
I need to
It's meant
just.
to be an FPL show. It's
I know.
meant to be an
I'm
FPL
so
show.
sorry. It's not my fault.
Well, at
I get
least
crazy that other
once a
people
week.
live on me, and it's all me. I think you're having a great season. Clearly, obviously,
Yeah.
because your team is banging. By the way, I love your team. I think that getting rid of Kufal is a bit, or Sufal, whatever he wants his name pronounced these days.
Sufal.
I can't pronounce anyone.
So foul.
So foul. I think that he's decent. I also think Wan-Bissaka is very good. I wouldn't be getting rid of either of them. I think you need to kind of look outside the box if you're going to be doing any transfers. I wouldn't transfer any single player out that you've got in your team right now that I'm seeing. So there means there's someone on the bench that you might need to
Pope,
transfer.
I like the Pope transfer.
Pope's
I think
good.
that is a really
Brewster
good
to
use.
Watkins maybe if you want him.
If-
What about
if you need
Calvert-Lewin? What do you think of him?
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin's fine.
Yeah,
Have you got
yeah.
enough money to
Double
Brewster
coming
to
up.
Calvert-Lewin?
I
much
would
money have you got in the bank?
How much money have you got in the bank?
Tell us your
It's
money.
like-
Talk to us. Show
It's
me
like-
the money.
It's like 2.4, I think.
So you haven't got enough. So
But-
get Pope in.
No. What I would do is because I've got 2 free transfers.
Yeah.
If I did that Pope transfer this week, I could take out Son to get Calvert-Lewin and then like Rafinha or someone.
I like that. The only
Um,
problem with that is that Son's only bad because Kane's not there, right? And every week that passes, Kane's closer to coming back, and then Son's therefore relevant again. Plus,
Not
I mean-
only that, the double game week. It all depends on Spurs beating Everton in that FA Cup. So I'll do my transfers after that game, and then if Everton win that game, then it means they've got a double in 24 and 26.
but remember,
This guy's done his
Southampton-
homework.
If Southampton beat well, hold on, because it's partial credit. I'm sorry, Jason. If Southampton beat Wolves, then that is still a double. So even if Everton beat Tottenham, if Southampton beat Wolves, then that's still going
right.
to be a double. So you got to worry about that. It's actually a lot more like.
Come on, Wolves.
Yeah, there you
Just
go. You
hope
gotta-
for Wolves.
I mean, to be fair, Southampton haven't been doing all too great recently. I mean, let's face it. Mill's not the
They're
best.
not in a great place at the moment. Southampton.
But yeah, no, partial credit, well done. I think that's it's obvious that Tottenham haven't been doing well, Southampton haven't been doing well. So all things considered, Tottenham might not get their double, in which case you don't have to worry about Son, downgrading him for Rafinha maybe, upgrading to DCL from Brewster's also good. If I was gonna have to get rid of Kufal, then it would definitely be for a Burnley defender because it's a bit more long term with Kufal's or Sufal's turn-in fixtures. There you go. I mean, that's my cup of tea.
Palin, thank
Alright,
you so
thank
much,
you.
buddy. Take it easy.
Eat,
Yeah,
sleep,
cheers, lads.
Elite
And remember one thing:
What's that?
justice for Ginge.
Oh,
I don't understand. It's not that funny, is it?
No, I don't think it is. It's just.
It might be funny. I've just missed out on the back.
I'm pretty sure you haven't. It's fine.
No, because you're ginger. What do you make?
I think it's just. It's only my beard. I think it's just what it comes down to.
I was about to swear there. I was about to say F off. No way. Show me your head. Have you got brown hair or something? Oh, you've got no hair. I gotcha. Oh, that's fair play. You only have a ginger beard, so have you got, you've got a bit Scottish somewhere up on the line?
I have. I've got a bit of Welsh and Scottish in me. That's what it is.
If I could grow a beard, which I can't because I'm prepubescent and destined to be that way forever, if I could grow a beard, it definitely wouldn't be ginger.
It'd be a red beard, man.
Yeah, exactly. Which
absolutely. Because maybe my ancestor was a pirate.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, that's not too awesome for your great-great-grandmother, but it's awesome story for you.
The reason why I wear a hat on the stream was two reasons. One, you
forgot about the main reason.
Well, the main reason is because wearing these headphones actually digs in on my head.
Wow. So instead of buying new headphones,
instead of buying better padded headphones, because I love the Audio-Technica ones, I just wear a hat instead. And
these
the second reason,
I got these for Christmas. HD 280 Pros Sennheisers. They're absolutely banging.
Nah, they're good, but these are good. These are better.
I don't know. These don't dig into my bloody head.
Yeah, well, these are a bit old. These are a bit old, right? And one of the things is broken on it. So here we go. Just context. Yeah. One of the pads is broken on it. That's why I don't. There we go.
Fair play. Well, it's a nice hat. Monster cat. Nice one.
Yeah, and also the other reason is that I've got a key light here and it'll just end up blinding you guys. That's the second
it's gonna be like that
lesser.
In the Mummy when they shoot the mirror and then the
that's the lesser reason, okay? I told you there was two reasons. Percentage. That was the smaller reason.
The Mummy, by the way.
Yeah, the Mummy is an absolute travesty of a movie. It was awful. What? No, honestly, dude.
That is fighting.
And the CGI is absolutely ridiculous as well.
It's 98. We can't all have Deadpool 2.
Anyway, let's move on to the next caller. Oh God, I need you to speak to Marty McFly.
Wait, this isn't the real Marty McFly. Speaking of
you'd be surprised. You'll be surprised. Right, we've got so many cool people in here. We've got Dread FPL here. Dread, he's been waiting a while. Warfare's been waiting a while. Liam's been waiting a while. Liam actually super chatted. Yeah, Liam, you're next. Then Warfare. Then Blues. Then Marty. In that order, if I can remember it. Dread,
how's it going?
Dread, you need to unmute yourself, my friend.
Is he called Dread because he dreads to unmute his mic?
No, he's called Dread because he's got more hair than I have, but that's not hard.
Ah, Dreadlock, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I watched Dread the other day too.
Here he is.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, man? You good?
I'm good. Long time no speak.
I know, it's been a little while, huh?
Dread doesn't need to wear a hat when he's got Dread doesn't need to wear a hat when he's got headphones on, do you, Dread?
No, I've got enough hair to cushion that. Although, mind you, I do still keep it all sort of like out of the way anyway, so I am sort of wearing a hat.
There you go. They're handy things, aren't they, hats? You don't have to wear them just outside.
Are, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have dreadlocks. Exactly, yeah. Your accent doesn't really scream dreadlock to me.
No, he has dreadlocks.
No, I do, yeah. My hair's quite long, actually.
Pretty
Were
badass.
Your parents hippies? Like, how did that happen?
No, it's just you know, I
were like, I want to be that cool, and you just
no. Well, no, I can do that without the hair. It's fine.
On an FPL show, a call-in show, no less. You are the coolest. And if anyone thinks I'm being harsh, like I'm actually also guesting on the stream I'm making fun of. And
well, it's fine because we don't take ourselves seriously and we don't ever pretend to. But hair is overrated, and Julian Clary is in the house apparently. I don't hear that in your voice. All I hear is
I do not sound like Julian Clary.
You do not sound like Julian Clary. You sound like the guy Moss from the IT crowd. Which is it, Richard Adeode or something? His name.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You sound like him.
So I've been told.
You sound like you're gonna take me into a wonderful world where I need to like slowly pull on a pulley and then it gets like the little circle down or something.
The
like
crystal
I've got to do
maze.
tasks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anyway,
How's it going? What's your question?
yeah, there you go. Take it away. Next caller.
Yeah, definitely 100%. Have you ever been scared of going to do?
Are we really playing Have You Ever right now on an FPL stream? Like,
never have I ever sounded like a guy who has an afro with a little tiny slit through it. And there's only one person here drinking.
Have you ever dyed your hair?
Never.
Never have I ever dyed my hair. No.
Have you dyed your hair? It'd be hard to dye your hair.
I've dyed my hair. That's probably why I've got no hair left.
Oh,
I bleached it. I used to bleach my hair.
Oh,
yeah, literally.
Wow.
Yeah, bleach white. Yeah, crazy. I used to spike it up as well when it was cool to do that. But like chest to chest.
When was that?
Was that cool?
When was that?
We've got another cool person on the chat.
2004? 2005?
Wow, I was 12.
Yeah, here we go. Simon Bellamy in the chat. Jason used to bleach and straighten his hair. Yeah, it literally used to be like proper.
I used to straighten my hair actually. I do need to drink for that. I used to straighten.
Yeah.
I used to have shoulder length hair. It was more laziness than anything else. I wasn't trying to be cool. I just didn't want to spend 20 quid. So I used to do the whole flick thing, and then that got annoying. So I used to straighten just the front.
You get the mini GHDs.
I didn't have mini ones. I just used to steal my mom's or girlfriend's or whatever.
Okay.
Did you buy your own?
Yeah, I did. Oh, I'm not ashamed to say it.
You should be.
Literally, I've said worse. It's fine. Yeah, guys, everybody knows that once I have a few tiki fires, it all comes out. It's fine. But Dread,
see, the thing is, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, well, isn't your hair already straight?
Well, it is now, yeah.
You know,
the 1 millimeter of it.
It's enough straightened hair.
Everyone's hair is straight when it first comes out of the root, right?
Usually, people's diversifies and goes out.
Yeah. As soon as gravity starts to affect it, whereas my.
I noticed that you've got your name down for the Mars thing. You can't wait to get out of this gravity zone.
Oh, dude, I think that I think as soon as Elon Musk kind of look, I think as soon
Calls
as
you
he,
back.
yeah.
As soon as he calls you,
as soon as the price of a moon ticket to spaceport to Mars is cheaper than a Tesla, I think a lot of people will be jumping on that.
Although he did send a Tesla there first, so I mean, you could just ask him to send your own Tesla. You could buy a Tesla.
Could do, but have you seen how much they cost? Like, I think I'd need.
Cheaper. It's getting cheaper every time because the batteries are getting cheaper all the time. So eventually, it's going to be cheaper to get an electric car than it is a gas guzzler, which I'm very excited for because I don't own a car yet.
Yeah, I think it's a few years away, like 5 years away before we can start really talking about affordability.
I don't even have a license, so there we go.
That's fine. You're not missing out on much.
I'm looking at your team, and you already have Pope. Speak to me.
Oh, so I played my wild card in Gameweek 20, so I got Pope in then.
Wow, that's a weird time to use it. Explain yourself.
I ran into a bit of issues with my team. I think it was, when was it? It was just after the double, wasn't it? And Vardy was injured, and then I think KDB was injured, and then I had fires and everything, and it was like, sorry, I'm just not, because I was on a -12 at the time, and it was like, no, I don't really want to throw those points away, because I'd worked kind of hard to get there, and so I just put the wild card, and it's been really good actually. It's worked very well.
Where are you in your overall rank, if you don't mind me asking?
I've in 1.7 million now.
You worked really hard for those points. 1.7
I've
million,
worked hard.
And you've wildcarded in Gameweek 20, and you now have the best team that we've seen all night. Maybe Sarah Palin's team's a little bit better.
See, what's your thoughts on Watkins? Because I personally don't trust him.
I mean, he's the
I
best.
I just brought him in. Yeah, and his metrics are amazing.
Yeah, he's the best striker to not score. I think.
To not score. Everything's right. His movement's right. His positioning's right. His touch is right. It's just the finishing for me isn't always consistent enough but then he is cheap, right? And I know it does. I know, but
we can't say cheap anymore because we have to remember.
I know whenever
Watkins is versus Antonio and Bamford, who are also just as cheap and banging more than him. The problem is that Watkins is sitting on a pile of unconfirmed game weeks. Like, he's gonna have so many doubles. There's no point getting rid of him. It's really difficult. You've got your vice captain on him though, which I think is a bit weird.
Well, yeah, because I spent the weekends sort of well, not the weekend yet, but the past couple of days sort of deciding which one of them to captain, because I was quite thinking about Arsenal playing whichever choice goalkeeper, but it seems that maybe Ryan's going to make it. Yeah, Ryan's
Roderick is still in the chat. Thank you, Roderick, for sticking around, man, after I made fun of your name. I hope you've watched Life of Brian.
Yeah, you should. You're in it.
It's a really good. It's a really, really good film.
Antonio captaincy is probably a lot easier just because of the player or the team that they're playing. But like, is there any problems with your team? You took a wee punt on Hudson-Odoi, I noticed, who's been playing right back.
Yeah, I got him in. I think I've had him for a couple of game weeks now. I think it is.
Interesting.
Oh, this is the second game I'm having. Yeah, I played him last week, but he only got like the clean sheet bonus. Yeah. But I like that I've got him there.
Oh, I've just seen your bench.
I mean, his price is okay, so yeah, I haven't got to worry about it. I can take that punt with him.
It's a nice team, and I don't feel like having a strong bench is a hindrance, even though yes, you do get the headache of a strong bench, but like I said earlier on, you've also got the cream of the picks, and that team, maybe Watkins could be. Have you used all your money right now?
Oh my God, really? No. Do you want to know how much money I've got in the bank?
Can I guess? Can I do it?
Everyone.
No, go on then.
3.4 million.
How much?
No, way more than that.
Really? 5.5.
10.9.
Whoa!
Oh, he's not got Salah. Right? Okay, never mind. He's not got Salah. He's only got Fernandes. He's not.
Hey, when Jota comes back and fit, everyone's gonna have 10 million in the bank. Watkins could be Bamford.
Could be Kane, mate. You could go Bamford and Kane.
Yeah, Bamford.
I know, but I could
Bamford
do anything I want. Yeah,
Bamford and Vardy.
I bet you like the power. I bet you sit and think about that. You're like,
I do actually. Yeah. I sit there like you know when you got your fingers going that you're gonna do world domination kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, dude. Like I look at that team and I think you've still got 10 million in the bank. It's indicative of the season. Like, the premiums are just not worth investing in. Like, there's so much better options for a lot less, and this team is proof in the pudding that you can have a very A-star team with an A-star bench and have money to get to burn. I love it, man. I really do. And I feel that I think people who haven't got themselves in this situation will be getting themselves into the situation over the coming weeks, potentially, preferably before the double game week. And obviously Bamford for Watkins would be the only thing I would do in this team for me.
When I told people that I was going to be wildcarding Gameweek 18, and I only had like 6 hours to tell people because that's how quickly we found out that there might be a Leeds postponement. When I told people, they were thinking that I was mental, which is fair enough because everyone was free hitting, that's fine. But one of the main things that people said was like, what are you going to do for double Gameweek 26? But to be honest, like, everyone seems to be doubling in Gameweek 26. It seems really, really easy to navigate 26. If the main teams play, like City, Man United, etc., I've got half my teams already playing. I don't think that you need your wild card as much as people were making out when they were free hitting in Gameweek 18. And to be fair, when you said I wild card in Gameweek 20, I was thinking, oh, you know, my first thought is just like instinctively was, oh no, but there's doubles coming up. But to be fair, like, I don't need it, you don't need it, and I think you've done really, really well with the team. Can I ask a question though? Do you have your free hit?
No, because I free hitted in 18. So the only chips I've got left are bench boost and triple captain.
So anyone that you bring in for these doubles is not playing in Gameweek 29. Are you just going to be?
Oh, I'm just going to. I'm just going to ignore 29. I mean, like,
it's just a non-game week.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered about it at all.
No, I respect that.
That's going to be difficult, isn't it? I think everyone's going to be doing. Everyone without free hits in the same boat.
I think you say that now, but I think you may be doing a few transfers and a few point hits for that.
No, I'm really not worried about 29. I'll just like let it wash over me, be fine. But you were saying about Leeds. I have a plan for Leeds.
Okay.
So the past three game weeks, I've had Barnes and Maddison in midfield, and that's been this will be the third game week. But Barnes is going out, and Rafina's coming in, and that will cover me for Leeds.
That's a decent move. To be fair, yeah, Barnes and Madison don't need to have that.
How are you feeling with Target? Because you've got Martinez as well. I guess you're playing him out of necessity this week.
Yeah, because I didn't want to play double City defense, so I've put Target in there.
You could get a double Burnley defender, and then that would kind of.
That's the plan, you see. So I will probably drop Target for Taylor if he makes his fitness, but if not, then me or someone like that would be fine.
Yeah, fair play. You've got the bench headache every week, but it's a good headache to have, definitely.
You know what? Yeah, I like it because the thing is, like, you know, I bought Cresswell and Target in this week, and I've dropped, like, you know, the other two defenders. You know, and it just feels good to be able to do that. It refreshes
100%.
the team and everything. Like, you know, I can target games, you know, as opposed to having to think like, oh, I need to get a transfer or something. It's like I've got transfers sitting on my bench.
Yeah, you're using your bench differently as opposed to having just fodder that's just there in the event of playing or not playing. You've actually got options. Yeah. Yeah,
once I got to the point where I realised I'm going to have a lot of money in the bank and everything, it's like, well, use the bench in a different way.
Absolutely.
Not only that can I get players in, but also I can have players that are rising in price just sitting on my bench.
No, it's really good. And I know you, Blonde, and others, Vince, sit in and you kind of plan and methodically go through it all. So I know that there is a plan involved here, and I wish you all the best in luck. And I hope, as long as you don't catch me and overtake me, and
I've got a long way to go yet.
And Blonde,
but I mean, I know you can see my team, and you know that I've been slowly rising. Like
you have been, yeah, and this is
slowly rising. Looking at your team, mate.
This is
a good team, bloody good team. Thank you very much.
I'm going to clip that, mate. I'm going to clip that.
Screenshot that for later on, right, when the lights are off. Yeah.
No, leave the lights on.
Oh yeah. Let's make sure the stream's up. But yeah, thank you so much, Dread, man.
Nice, bro.
Speak again soon, buddy.
Speak to you later. Take care, Dave, mate. I'll speak to you soon, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, cool. Bye.
Legend.
A little semi-joke there.
That's amazing. Oh, right.
I am a fan of a bench. I used all three of my bench players in Gameweek 21.
By necessity or by choice?
They literally all came on. So Chilwell didn't play, as you know. Stones didn't play, as you know. And I kept Kane. So it meant that I had Wan-Bissaka come off the bench.
Of course, yeah. Game week that everyone had. The game week everyone had players off the bench, yeah.
Yeah, and Smith Rowe. Oh, did you know?
It was Souček, wasn't it? Was the big one as well.
Souček had 15 points.
Yeah. But let's move on to Warfare. I didn't have any points off the bench. Warfare, good evening, my friend. Thank you for waiting for so long. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not a problem at all. Hello, lads. I'm not going to ask how you're doing because I know how you're doing. I'm not going to ask what you're doing because I know what you're doing. So there you go.
Good. That's fine. Nobody's interested in what we're doing. It's all about the.
We all know what you're doing, man. We all know what you're doing, and we all love what you're doing, which is why we're here, right? So keep it up.
Where you're doing it from?
I'm doing it from my bedroom.
And how long have you been doing it?
Oh, that sounds dodgy. I want to know where in the world you are.
I'm in England, very close to Bournemouth.
Can you not tell by his strong English accent?
100%.
Absolutely.
I just didn't want to ask what region he's from because I didn't want to sound like you.
It sounds to me like he's from just outside of Cheshire.
Okay, I think it's best if we leave it at that then. It's fine.
Very good.
Perfect. That's cool though. So you've been listening to the show, you know how we're doing, you know what we're going to ask you. What is up with your team? It's a lovely looking team.
I've got two questions.
Cool.
So the first question would be, what do you think about the bench? I mean, would you play someone from the bench, and if yes, for whom?
Dibs this question.
Kilman, buy.
Kilman buy, as in like buy onto your starting 11?
No. Kilman is an enabler. Kilman is
Why
there
would you
because
get rid
he.
of Tillman? What a waste of a transfer, Jason.
No. What I meant. Hang on. No, I'm not talking about transfers. No, I'm talking. Would you play any of the first two players in the next game?
Play Wan-Bissaka.
That was the thing.
only Wan-Bissaka. I wouldn't be playing Calvert-Lewin because he's gonna blank.
I mean,
okay, so who would you drop then for Wan-Bissaka?
Okay, so here's okay. Sorry, Jason, you go. I said dibs, but you take it.
Sorry.
Take it.
Sorry. You're the guest.
Right, I don't have Watkins, and I have Grealish. Now, when Watkins scored, with the Grealish assist, who is usually likely to be the person who's assisting him, I didn't go down in rank. I stayed where I was. So Watkins doesn't hurt you if you don't have him. It just helps you if you do have him and he scores. So if we look at Arsenal, yes, they've got a bit of defensive issues and blah, blah, blah. But Arsenal have been playing really well. And without David Luiz, we all know that they're a bit more tight. Now, yes, they might have to play a second goalkeeper, but their second goalkeeper is Matt Ryan, someone who everyone had a couple of seasons ago. Brighton were doing amazing. Now, I know he fell out
game week.
100%. I mean, yeah, Captain Duffy, 100%. Love him at Celtic, wouldn't change a thing. So, yeah, Matt Ryan is a competent goalkeeper. He's been training for them that last 2 days. I feel like Watkins there, you're hedging your bets a little bit, considering the fact that you've also got Grealish, who is obviously the main attacking threat. Yes, Watkins would be nice to own as well, but you have Wan-Bissaka and Calvert-Lewin sitting on the bench. Now, Wan-Bissaka is probably in the best attacking form of his life. I know it's only been 2-3 game weeks, but he's obviously been told to get into the box, and he's trying really hard, and he's succeeding at it. Whereas Watkins, like I said, is a bit of a luxury starting 11 player this week. Without Wan-Bissaka playing, I feel like if Watkins bangs, then fine. But if he blanks, he's only at 2 points. If Wan-Bissaka bangs, then awesome. If he blanks, he still has a chance of a clean sheet. And that's the difference for me.
Well, there's questions over. No, I'm just reading up because the chat is saying that Matt Ryan's injured, but they're saying that Arteta is hopeful that Matt Ryan will be in contention to feature against Villa on Saturday.
Yes, but the thing is, from what...
But I think Renovations will be... I personally think Renovations will start.
Yeah,
and he's a good
I
goalkeeper.
agree with you on that.
And he's a good goalkeeper. Renovations is
he's
a good
goalkeeper.
I think he's alright. There's no Martinez, but I think he's alright.
I mean, I watched him. The guy can't even...
He made some really good... He made some really important saves. Against...
Wait, hold on, Mons. Warfare, do you think that Matt Ryan is a bad goalkeeper?
I don't think he's a bad goalkeeper, but what I do know is he hasn't trained yet, which kind of makes me wonder, is he actually going to play? Because coaches tend to be a bit more protective of their... They're not going to play him if he hasn't trained properly. So that's the thing.
I heard that he trained yesterday and today. Where did I hear that?
I didn't see Blues FPL. I didn't see him playing the cup games. I just saw him playing the cameo against Wolves, and he made some really important saves in that game. I thought he made some good stops from. I think Neto had a real good chance in that game. He saved, but I mean, I could be wrong. Of course, he could be rubbish. But again, if we go on the Lingard fallacy, the fact that we just let one game decide, our fate in FPL, then Renaissance is going to be amazing. But yes.
So there's another aspect to Watkins as well. I mean, I kind of like Watkins and I kind of don't. Yes, his finishing could be better. But in the previous game against Arsenal, he did score twice and Grealish got a return as well. This doesn't mean he's going to score again, obviously, but he's been consistent for a while, which he hasn't before. If you look at the last 4 game weeks, he banged in 3 of them, which he didn't used to. He was like a huge hole and then nothing, huge hole and then blank. Now he's consistent and it just feels like the time is right for him to just go big. It's just a hunch, nothing more.
He definitely
may not work out.
If you've been listening to Planet FPL, they're very, very sure of it. Very sure of it. He's due a haul anytime now. I just think, I just Wan-Bissaka's safe choice. Watkins a bit And you don't have any Everton people on the pitch. What were you going to say?
I was saying that you've gone for the Watkins Grealish pairing. I'm going for the Diaz Stones. I feel that one of those could be dropped for Wan-Bissaka.
Oh yeah, you like the. Well, to be fair,
I like to hedge my bets. I know it's a double up on Man United. I know it's like contradictory almost because it's either 2 Man City, 2 Man United. The truth be told, I expect Man City to outpossess Liverpool quite a bit in that game. Therefore, it'll be hard for Liverpool. But you're not going to bench Salah, so
you could.
You could.
I mean, don't laugh, but like Holly's benching him. FF Community is absolutely benching Salah. Yeah, she's very strong. She's
not happy with him.
She's got 2.
So let me explain my reason for this. There's a reason for that, because you could easily say, hang on a minute, you've got 2 City defenders and you've got Salah. That's a bit of an issue, right?
Contradiction.
So the way I'm looking at it, Salah is the kind of explosive player. You never know when he's going to do something. And yes, he's rubbish, but every now and then he comes with a double-digit haul, like he's just done, recently. This is why I can't. If I have him, I can't bench him. I just can't do it. And
in that logic, then surely you'd be probably taking one of them out because you expect one more goal scored by Salah or co in that Liverpool game. Maybe it is going to be a bit end to end. Maybe it is going to be a few goals. You never know. But if you were to bring Wan-Bissaka in, I would be more comfortable with having Wan-Bissaka and Maguire in my team than I would be having Diaz and Stones.
Yeah, I think I agree. If you're 100% certain on Salah, then I think I would prefer the 2 United than City. If you're happy with your team as is, then the only thing I would say is trade your Man United defenders out. So Wan-Bissaka in, Maguire out, because I know that Everton aren't very good at set pieces that much, but that was when Pickford was in goal, and we know he's rooted to his goal line. Like, I feel like they might be doing better. They might have been working on it. Wan-Bissaka is a lot more attacking. We also know that Everton is also a lot more attacking, and Maguire might be told to stay back a little bit. And he's only scored 1 header in like 12 months or something. Like, we keep talking about his headers, but he's got a big forehead, but that's as far as it goes, really. And I've got him on my team. It's not like I'm not rooting for him, but yeah, it's just unlikely. Whereas Wan-Bissaka has been in the box a lot. So I think I would, if I were you, with the exact same defenders that you have, by the way. The only difference is I have Chilwell, you have Kilman. And that would be to play Wan-Bissaka over Maguire.
I mean, this is a good sentence from Coolio 2 Foots in the chat saying all it takes is a kick in the box and Salah's on 10 points.
That's true.
Yeah. The second part of the statement for me was the reason why I wanted 2 City defenders is I actually expect a clean sheet for City. And if that happens, I want both of them. There's a chance I'm kind of expecting 15 points from these 3 players, Diaz, Stones, and Salah. So if Salah scores a goal, he's going to get his 5 points. He's going to get his bonus. I'm going to get my 4 points from the defenders, which is roughly around 15. If City keep the clean sheet, I've got 12 points, 3 from Salah, 2 from Salah, again around 15 points. So I'm kind of doing the averages in here. And that's how I'm looking at it. I have more chances of getting the points from playing all 3 than I have for just playing.
Well, if you
2.
want to bring math into it, that's fine with me then. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, but in that case, play them and then just bench. Do what Dave said. Play Wan-Bissaka over Maguire.
Yeah, just play the more attacking
great idea.
Of the 2. Yeah.
Play the full back over the centre back. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Okay, I'll do
excellent,
that. So I'll replace Maguire with Wan-Bissaka.
Jim, you watch him score a corner now. This is what's going to happen.
I'm not saying that it's not possible. Did you have another question before he boots you out?
One more very quick one. So I was sorry, Jason. I have a plan, so I'm gonna.
My wife's gonna cut the power in a minute to the shed.
Oh, that's fine. Then it's fine. I'm working out from you, so I'm happy to leave someone.
No. I'm joking. Please, just continue your question. Sorry.
Joker. Okay. Fine. All right. Cool. What was I saying? Right. Yes. So the transfer plan. So I want to bring in 2 Leeds players for 25, basically, and that would be like many others. I'm not original at all. Here is Rafinha and Bamford.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to basically one transfer next game week and another one in 24. So no hits. 24 comes, probably Antonio out because of the fixtures. We already covered that. We don't need to speak again. It kind of feels right, Antonio to Bamford.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about the midfield, which one. I guess, what do you think, depending on West Brom, the Spurs versus West Brom, if Son is rubbish, again, I'm thinking to get rid of him, Rafinha. If not, get rid of Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, Barnes is obviously the easiest one. I mean, Jason's been saying on his breath since you started the question. But however, if Southampton beat Wolves and Tottenham don't beat Everton, whoever it is, and it turns out that Tottenham don't have a double, then Son's an easy get rid of, because no matter what's happening with Son and Kane and who's playing and whatnot, like, they're not worth it if they don't have a double, right, for that specific game week. And you can always bring them in later on. Whereas Leicester have a very good chance of getting their double. So I feel like by game week 25, you'll know your answer. They might both have doubles, in which case we can come back and you can phone in and we can drill it down a little bit. My instincts is obviously Barnes, just because of the price points. And price points are very important, because Son gets you to Rashford if you want him, or a little hop skip away to KDB if he comes back. So Son's a very good price point, jumping off point, whereas Barnes is an easy transfer over to Rafinha. Now, we won't know until the cup games start, but I'm almost certain that you're just going to pick whoever has the double. If it turns out to be both of them, then it's probably going to be Barnes, because Son has a better double. And there you go. So you don't even have to decide; it'll decide for you.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Just wait until you get more information, and by that point you get to see Son versus West Brom. See what you feel about how confident as well. But
I wouldn't give too much. I wouldn't put too much salt into Son without Kane. So even if he does blank, I wouldn't. Son works because Kane works. If Kane's not there, Son's not going to be passing, and we've seen that last game week. We're probably going to see it again this game week, and then the game week.
I would expect Son still to get chances against Brom.
Not
like
when Mourinho's the captain of the ship.
The captain of the ship.
It's Brom, right? It's West Brom, so I can understand.
They need to get a result.
It was only 1-0. It was only 1-0 the last time these guys came up against each other, and it was at home. Sorry, it was away, but it was only 1-0. Like they only scored. It was the 87th minute or something that Kane scored that goal. So the reverse fixture with Kane in it was still only 1-0, and that was that was at the time when they were actually in good form. That was considered a good form when everyone had him. A lot of people captained Kane for that goal, for example. So the reverse fixture without Kane, I wouldn't expect fireworks at all. I actually think it's going to be 0-0. So yeah.
You know what? You're tempting me to bench.
There you go. Pen drop.
Yeah, you're really tempting me to bench Son now and play Wan-Bissaka.
Don't bench Son. That's the worst. That would be the
Just
worst.
bench Salah, mate.
Please don't do that. Imagine you bench Son after me saying all that. He's going.
Bench Son. That's it. He's gone. He's useless. Right. Warfare, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Thanks a lot, lads. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, man.
Always a pleasure to have Warfare on. Quick, we get Liam on. Good evening, Liam. How's it going, buddy?
Liam. You got your mic muted, my man. Me and Liam chatted on Skype maybe a week ago.
Hello.
Ooh. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
It's going great. How's things with you? This is the second time I've been on this stream, and the second time you've called in. I think I think it's a coincidence.
I think it might be.
How'd your game week go, buddy?
I got 77 points.
Oh, that's amazing. He's had Maddison for longer than you, Jason. He was on the Maddison train before the train started.
Well, I think I got him quite early after he returned from injury. So what game week did you get him in? What game week did you bring Maddison back in your team?
It was when I think Leicester had Crystal Palace.
I think it came against 19.
It was 17, I think. Game week 17.
17 before the doubles.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Old school Madison.
Newcastle away, and then of course he got the 10 points.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about this evening? Game week 23 is coming up, thick and fast. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm done. I had 2 transfers and I made one.
You made one so quick. You messaged me, you DM'd me, and you were like, "What do you think? Loading in for Robertson. Robertson's not been doing well, and I want a Burnley defender." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a good shout." And then like an hour later, you were like, "Right, it's done." I was like, "Oh, me, come on."
I just want to say very quickly that you are a fellow Maddison believer. I got him in for the game week 17 as well.
Oh, did you?
Legend.
You said 3 weeks to be. You big ginger liar.
Yeah, I got him in.
Not even ginger.
I got him in for Grealish.
Fair play.
Yeah, same. Done it exactly same.
Yeah. Madison in for Grealish. That's what I did. Yeah.
I
thought I got him. I thought I got on him pretty quickly. So therefore, I just wanted to double check. But yeah, yeah. Pat on the back for me and you, man. But carry on. Sorry. Just want to say.
I'm just wondering who to I got the captains on Fernandes at the minute, but Antonio looks appealing.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. Fernandes safe, Antonio fun. Antonio's due a haul. Fernandes has nothing but hauls in him. What do you think? What are you captaining? Who are you captaining, Jason?
I honestly am torn between Fernandes and Antonio. I consider Fernandes the safe, as you just said, the safe, almost like the popular pick. But I do have this. Do you know when you have that feeling that a player is going to do well, and Antonio versus Fulham? It's that feeling in your stomach. You think that gut feeling, right? I want to go with him. The armband isn't on him yet, but it's not long to go. I might have to change it to Antonio. I know Simon Bellamy. I've got to be really careful what I say, because there's a guy in the chat. Simon Bellamy is top. I'm second in the cash league. I'm in a certain cash league, second place. He's top, and he has openly said that he's gonna basically block off whatever I do. So I got really, and he has history of blocking off really well. So he'll just literally just copy what I do to try and prevent me from catching the 60 points or 70 points. So I'm gonna captain this week Sterling.
Nice. Love it.
Bring him in, Simon. Go on. I dare you.
Nice.
Well, your team's looking amazing there, Liam. Like, we've talked about it before, but like, you've got Martinez, perfect, Sofal, Diaz, Lowton. You're not overcommitted against Liverpool. You've got Salah there. You've also got Sterling, which is great. We talked about that when you got him for KDB. You're looking to get KDB back potentially. Now, obviously, Gundogan's been a little bit better, but people who got Gundogan's also spread the funds, whereas you're sitting right there. You could also bring in Mane if he comes back and he starts banging. The world is your oyster in that regard. You've had Souček for a while, and you've actually kept playing him as well. It's not like you've benched him at all. Madison, amazing. Bamper,
I benched him last week.
I know, it was the first thing you did too, but it wasn't the 15 points. It was only 9. Only a little shitty. You should never.
I think we should have this thing with Souček. Is that you just don't bench him. Like, he's unbenchable.
Well, I got rid of him because of that. I benched him, and I missed out on points.
I got rid of him. Yeah, I got rid of him for that. Yeah.
Because I'm not doing that. I'm not.
It's that psychological thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. It was right after I did the bench boost, so it was like kind of. And my bench boost, I got 21 points or 22 points or something. So I wasn't. It was decent. Like, it was really good. But I hate that I had so many players on the bench that can play every week, and I just had to start downgrading, and that's exactly what I did. In regards to your next steps though, Liam, like, I don't know, you've done so well. Like, Robertson to Lowton, no one's gonna say that was bad. Robertson's in bad form, Liverpool are in bad form, and there was just a Burnley announcement for another game. But you've got a lot of money in your bank now. What are you thinking, mate?
I'm gonna see what happens with the doubles next week and go from there.
Fair play.
Wise
so
move.
Just holding on. So have you got any other is it just the captaincy that you were worried about today?
And next week,
I think Antonio is going to outscore Fernandes. I honestly do think that.
They're both on pens.
They are.
So they've not even got that. You can't even say, Bruno's on pens. So is Antonio. As far as we're aware, I'm pretty sure West Ham are the only team that haven't scored a pen or had a pen this season.
Yeah.
Is that true, chat? Check that out.
And then I'm thinking about wildcard in 25 or 26. I'm not sure, depending on how the blanks and the doubles fall. But we'll come to that when it comes around.
Yeah, fair play. You've got the pick of the crop. I think you have. Let me have a look at I don't know if you use any other captaincy poll, by the way. If you got a captaincy poll in your Discord.
We've got polls in our Discord, yes, but we don't tick. We don't tend to have like general captaincy polls. We have like people post their own polls. Some polls do better than others, and I personally go off the Fantasy Football Scout.
I do as well. I think it's just good to know what the general people are going to be thinking.
The litmus test for me.
So you've got Fernandes, Liam. Then you don't have Son, but that's fair enough because he's been playing rubbish. Then you've got Antonio. You don't have Grealish, but you do have Watkins in there that you're not even playing because you're so confident. And then you've got Bamford as well. And the next people are Watkins, Souček, and Wilson, and you have 2 of those 3. So I mean, like, I think you're all set for the captaincy. And even if you don't pick the right one, you have 4 of the top 6 picks, which means you're not going to miss out if your captain doesn't haul. So you have free reign basically this week. You can get a dartboard and put 5 pictures up and just see what happens. Or if you've got a strong feeling with any of them, then jump on it. If you want to play safe, if you're happy with your rank, which I know you are because you're doing a lot better than you were, and that was what your goal was, to beat your last season. Go Fernandes.
I'm at 380k now.
It's really good.
That's so good. And what did you finish last season, just for comparison?
680, something like that.
You're halved it already. Well done, man.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up, dude. Yeah, I think like you've got the popular player picks, you've got the captaincy options there. I would probably go for the Antonio pick myself. But
I've got him on captain armbar.
The armbar and the cripple across face. Liam, thank you, man. I'm going to get through the callers because time's running on.
Thanks, you later. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. All the best, mate. Speak to you soon. Right, I'm going to bring Mike McFly on. He is a guy that I really want you to. I want to introduce you to the most panicky player of FPL you ever meet in your life. His name's Mike McFly. He is not back to the future. He is in the future, in the present, I should say. He's very much in the present. Mike McFly, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thanks for having me on.
You're on with myself and Dave. Oh, thank you.
I was expecting, like, Pain and Panic from Hercules. He's like,
oh, times are tough.
Good. I thought that's what he was going to sound like because you'd set him up as like someone all panicky, but he's just like, "Hey guys, enjoy."
You wait.
Times are tough. Times are tough over here. I just got knocked out of the FPL Cup, so.
Oh, don't about that unless they're still in it. Don't worry. I got knocked out the game week after I scored 150 points. I mean, what can you do? There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, guess what? I'm still in it.
See, there you go, and he's rubbish.
Oh no!
It hurts.
Oh no! Oh no!
Live on stream, Jason.
I know the feeling, Jason. I know the feeling.
I went out by 1 point.
Oh, I know the feeling, buddy.
Amazing. Murray McFly.
Just take over the stream. I'm going to go and get myself a drink.
I'll do that. Right.
Yeah.
See you later. Go have a walk.
Hey, Dave, did I hear you were you're from Canada, actually?
Yes, I'm from Barrie, Ontario.
Oh, not too far. I'm in Kitchener over here. And,
oh, wow.
So that's not too far, actually.
How's Pizza doing? Because it's the thing I miss the most. We've got Timmy's over here, so I can still get that in Glasgow, but I don't have Pizza.
After college, that was in the garbage, right? It's all about the Doms.
You like Domino? I mean, we have Domino's over here, but it's so expensive and rubbish and blah, and I just want my pizza back. People in the chat are like, what are you guys talking about? Pizza is just like, I don't know, Papa John's, but better. But yeah, anyway.
They got deals.
Yeah,
they have deals.
They're just so cheap. I love it. So anyway, what were you studying in college?
It's business finance.
Business finance. That sets you up for a good FPL season, I hope.
I look at the statistics, I look at the numbers, right? And so I made a mistake, actually. Big mistake. I had Justin last week. I've had Justin from the very start of the season. Okay.
Right,
so this is he's been basically carrying my team almost.
He's been carrying everyone's team.
And I took him out before the game. Like, I had him in for the deadline, but I took him out as like a knee jerk. There's people on the street, on the Discord with some credibility, modest legend with the name. They know what they're talking.
In a Discord for FPL Elite.
Well, they sound so convincing, right? And
they write. So who did you bring in?
I brought in Shaw for Justin.
That would have been a better haul, mate. See if he had stayed on for 60 minutes, he would have got 3 points bonus, 2 assists, and that's 6 points, not 5 for a goal. You would have made it. That was a good decision and just a bad outcome. So hang your head up high.
Well, I brought Shaw in like after, so I got Justin's points last week, thankfully. But I brought in Shaw as like a knee jerk. The price was going up 0.1 for some reason. I don't know why I did that. And I know.
I think he's good. He's a good pick. I mean, I brought Chilwell in a deadline stream 10 minutes before the deadline, and he hasn't played any minutes since I brought him in. Like, that is bad news. At least Shaw's a good player that's playing regularly, that hasn't had a manager swing, or a manager change, sorry. I mean, like, cry me a river, you brought a good player. I'm looking at your team. I know chat doesn't have your team because Jason's off on a little hissy fit, but you've got Pope, Kufal, Cancelo, Shaw. Then in midfield's Grealish, Son with the captaincy, Salah, Fernandes, Maddison, then Bamford, Antonio. And your bench is Johnston, Watkins, Diaz, and Target.
What do you think about that?
I think that your captaincy's very brave. Although, like we said with Liam in the last call, you have all the captaincy options. So, therefore, it doesn't really matter who you pick. I probably wouldn't pick Son just because what we were talking about, even with Kane, the reverse fixture was only a 1-0, a grueling 1-0.
Well, Dave, I haven't picked a captain. I can't even remember the last time I picked a captain here. That's the thing. I'm listening to everybody saying, captain this guy, blank, 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 right? And now it's time, like, I need to just spread my wings and fly, kind of thing, right?
Antonio is what I'm hearing.
That's everybody's going there and watching blank too. So I'm thinking.
Might blank, but I mean, who cares? Like, you've got a great team. I haven't had a captaincy haul in ages, like absolute ages. I think the last time my captain score was Kevin De Bruyne in a double game week. And to be fair, I'm like 12k. I'm doing really well despite the captaincy thing. As long as your whole team is carrying you, you don't really need to worry too much about it. Your team's looking really, really good. You've got a benching headache, which we all like these days because it means that we're on track. You've got Pope in, which is something that a lot of people are looking for. You've also got a Man United defender, which a lot of people are looking for. You've also got a West Ham defender, which a lot of people are looking for. And your midfield's solid. I don't think you have anything wrong in your team. The only thing I would say that you don't have in your team is Wan-Bissaka, who is better than Shaw. Oh, hi, Jason. How's it going, mate?
Oh, hi. Yeah. So
how was your walk?
I got a nice walk up the garden. It's not raining, which is always a bonus when you're wearing a t-shirt as opposed to an actual coat, which is always nice when you get a bit of fresh air after finding out you've gone out of the cup. Someone that's
I already forgot. That's amazing. So funny.
Yeah, I mean it's captain Bruno Fernandes that paid off for him, and he is currently sitting at 1.6 million, so it's not like a dead team. That would have been really bad if it was a dead team. How annoying, though.
Do you guys care about the cup enough?
Well, I just want to get like a decent way through it. I never think I'm going to win it or anything. It's just a shame.
Game week 20.
Because there is a prize in our mini league. There is a prize for the person who goes the longest in the cup. £10 price.
So there's a little incentive.
A little bit of an incentive.
Game week 19, I played a guy called Stars of his Ape, and I won 151 to 80. And then game week 20, I went up against a guy called Fodil Benhiba, and I lost 49 to 62. Now, that game week was obviously not going to go as well as the last game week. There's nothing to stop me. There's players that he played his wild card that week as well. Like how it's so unfair. And there's no way to dictate it. Like, me beating the guy in the first place, he would have probably looked at that and went the first game week of the cup, and I've just played a guy who's 150 points. Like, that's ridiculous. And it was ridiculous. There's no it's not like a pistol.
It's a lottery, man. It's a lottery.
100%.
Yeah.
There's no dictating it. And whoever, you know what? I hope that they make the cup a little bit better and a little bit more incentive to do it, because I would love to just ruin my entire team for a year until the cup starts and then just play for the cup, because that would be really fun. I'd be like West Brom or something that's gone really far.
It'd be good if they would if they would have done like something like we've done this year, like the Super Cup, where they would do like a format, like a regional thing would be amazing. Like maybe a World Cup. You know, where everyone from their own respective country will go into a massive league, and maybe each week they'll be face off against each other, and over the course of the season, you would then go up to like the semi-final, and everyone will be representing their own nation and stuff. That'll be amazing. Like, but
yeah, it's really bad when your community have decided to do cups that are more fun than the ones that you do yourself. Like FML FPL have been doing a cup for ages. That's always really fun. There's been a few ones that I've been in that have actually been doing what you just suggested with country versus country, and Scotland beat England, which was very fun. I enjoyed that.
Only in fantasy.
So, well, we don't have a large pool, mate. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, true.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, they should do the cup, but don't worry about it, guys. You've got too much stock in this disgusting, stupid cup that no one cares about.
Makes me feel better, and at least I got a green arrow, but I mean...
And green arrows were hard to come by this week.
For someone that's got a green arrow, you sound, again, very deflated, my friend. I mean, come on, you can't win FPL every week.
Yeah, it's true. I'll take what I can get. And just one last question here, if you don't mind, and then I'll pull like a Canadian. Yeah, no, for sure, bud.
Is it Nova Scotia or Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia. But
he sounds like it. He sounds like the people we make fun of. He sounds like South Park.
Fair enough.
Sorry, mate.
Fair enough. All good.
Only when you said it. Like, I say Ontario, and everyone in Scotland goes, "Oh, you're so Canadian." So I get it. I 100% understand.
For sure.
What's your last question? Sorry.
So I brought in Shaw this week, but I have one more transfer. Should I roll it, or should I bring in Ben Mee and just do something for like a double up differential?
Who would you bring me in for? Is it Target?
That's my guess, because I thought Villa was going to have a double game week, but I never heard anything. So
they haven't been announced yet. I'm sure it was coming.
They're down the road.
My issue. I think I would wait for a little bit and then bring me in for Sofal next week, because that means that you've got that double there. West Ham definitely aren't having a double. Whereas any day we could hear that, Aston Villa have got there, because they've got 3 games in hand or something like that, something ridiculous. So even having Target just sitting there, especially the fact that you don't have Martinez, so you need that little slice of the pie. I think I would just wait. Don't worry about your transfer, and just be happy in the knowledge that you even if this game week goes awry, you can be like, I've got 2 free transfers now to sort it out, which always makes me feel better.
Yeah, I just hope I don't drop down to 10K again. But thanks for the advice, guys, and appreciate the advice.
Thanks
Marty,
very much, man.
It's always a pleasure, man.
Cheers.
It's always a pleasure. We've
Keep in
got
touch.
yeah, you will do. Don't you worry about that. Cheers, Marty.
Me. He just sounded so cool.
He is a cool dude, man. Jason, I have a question. Which 3 defenders do I field out of Cancelo, Diaz, Sufal, Dawson, and Alonso? I would be fielding Sufal, Alonso, because is a fixture, and Cancelo.
Cancelo, surely, yeah. I agree.
Sufal, Alonso, Cancelo, the attacking ones.
Because if Alonso doesn't play, I don't know. He didn't take
Dawson
Chilwell out, did he? He didn't take Chilwell out. He didn't take Alonso out, and he played the full game.
Yeah.
So I feel like Chilwell will play the whole game if Alonso doesn't make it. So if Alonso plays, then you're fine. If he doesn't play, he probably won't come off the bench.
Xavier Bosch has said in the chat, "Yo, Jason, could you help me if I send my team in?" Literally, the whole point is we do these call-ins because of the interaction, the to and fro. Unfortunately, we can't go through everyone's team. However, what I will say is if you go into the Discord and you put it in the Rate My Team channel, there's a lot of helpful people that are just as, if not more, knowledgeable, if I can say the word, than I am.
And they can speak.
And they can speak. It's because of all this Irish whiskey I'm drinking.
Yeah, but thank you very much, everyone in the chat, for saying nice things about me. FPL Flapjack is in the chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah. You get everywhere, Dave.
Well, he said that I'm actually going to be on the surgery podcast. We're recording on Sunday. I hope it's Sunday, because that's what I've got in my diary. And so you can see me then. If not, then Fire and Blank's on every week, and so is Fantasy Weekly. And I'll come on the stream every couple of days or so, or every week or whatever. Whenever you need me, mate. Just let me
Mate,
know.
I, the thing is, it's always a relaxed atmosphere, and now I'm in the shed. There's always room for one more, in a socially distanced manner, of course.
Love it. I'll wear my mask.
we've got obviously I am mindful of the time. We've got a few poor people waiting. Do you want to call out a name?
Let's do Jones Bloke.
Cool, Jones Bloke. We're going to do one question now, just to get through these callers. Jones Bloke, can you hear us? You got yourself muted in Discord, buddy. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Jason. You alright?
Yeah,
you right,
Hey, buddy.
not
How's
too
it
bad,
going?
mate.
Yeah, I just I posted my team in the live screenshots.
You have indeed, buddy. Yeah. How's your season go? How's your game week been? Game week 22.
Yeah, I've got 75 green arrow.
Awesome.
Recovered from game week 13 from 2.5 million to now 590k.
Whoa, that's a big boost.
jump.
That's like Steve-O-esque. That is like going like he's in 700k. That's a real big jump, massive jump. Nailed your captaincies. Was that is that what did it?
I did at that point with Bruno and Salah when they got their hauls, but then it's just the other team's been part of the team's been carrying me anyway, so that's been good. But I messed the captaincy up the last 2 weeks.
But you're still doing well, man. You're still
yeah.
The rest of your team.
No, I haven't wildcarded. No.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
that's
that's
good,
like
man.
a wildcard team, doesn't it? If I was wildcarding, I think I would have maybe three different players. I probably wouldn't have Chilwell, probably wouldn't have Cresswell, and I probably wouldn't have
Wouldn't have
Suchek. But
Cresswell.
apart from that, nah, I wouldn't. I had him. I took him out for Chilwell. Hilariously. But yeah,
wow.
No, I think,
Would you have Salah if you wildcarded right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no I've
There's
got
no
too
one.
much money.
Yeah.
I've got Kane, Fernandes,
spend it somewhere.
and Salah. Yeah, 100%. But your team's looking really good and you didn't wildcard, so well done, mate.
Yeah. What's your question, buddy?
What's your beef?
Yes, I've got 2 free transfers this week and 0.9 in the bank. So I don't know if just to make one transfer, get someone in for Chilwell,
Yeah.
planning ahead, or I don't want to burn it, obviously, or maybe sort the keeper out, get someone in for Martinez. Sorry, for McCarthy.
McCarthy.
No, for McCarthy.
McCarthy, guys. Don't worry. You meant McCarthy.
No, not Martinez. Leave him alone.
I think it's gonna be. You know what we're gonna say, right? It's gonna be a Burnley defender or a Burnley goalkeeper. So take your pick. Do you prefer to have? Do you want to spend the money on me or Tarkowski, or would you rather Pope? I think because of
See, I had Eric Peters, and then I nipped him out. I can't remember who for, but yeah. For Diaz. That weren't a bad shout.
That was a good shout.
That's a decent transfer. In regards to
Sorry to interrupt.
Chilwell, I mean, the world's your oyster for Burnley defenders. You can afford them all. I think if you told me you can pick between a Burnley defender and a Burnley goalkeeper, I'd pick Pope every time. The problem is Martinez is so good that even when he concedes 3 times, he gets a bonus. So it's difficult for me to pick anyone other than Martinez now, especially being burned by Leno last game week. So I'd be hesitant to play Pope over him. But we know that Pope's been so good. The question is it you still have your wild card, right? So it means that you can easily fix Pope when it comes to your wild card, which I assume you're going to be playing either after the doubles, before the doubles, or after the blank. So it's not like you're going to have Pope for ages, whereas I need to use a transfer to take Leno out. So yeah, I think the world's your oyster, literally. I would probably do Pope because I think Chilwell will start this game week. But you've got 2 free transfers. You could even get a double.
Are you not tempted to play Chilwell over Diaz and just keep Cancelo on? Have the attackers, have the Chilwell, Cancelo, Cresswell Trinity, and then transfer Pope in for McCarthy, and then have Diaz for a sub in the event that Chilwell doesn't play.
Yeah, that was one of my things. So yeah, because it's a good sub to come in, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and it's also that you're not relying too much on the clean sheet there for Man City, because obviously you do own Salah as well, and it could end up
back to roulette.
We are back to roulette, yeah. But we are also back to defenders that you are looking to get more than just maybe a clean sheet.
Yeah,
I would
you always
argue.
want to play your attackers.
Yeah, so I would argue that Chilwell, if he starts, has got more potential of getting that attacking return than Diaz, even though And the clean
Do you
sheet as
think
well.
You know what you could
Do you think he's going to start now? Sorry, go on, Dave. You go on.
Sorry, I've just figured out your best ever transfers. You got 2 free transfers, right? Chat, listen to this shit. Pope from McCarthy and Wan-Bissaka from Chilwell. Oh, look at that.
What? And then play Wan-Bissaka and drop
Play
Diaz.
Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, there you go. And then
Or Shaw.
Or Shaw. Jesus.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Shaw or Justin for Chilwell.
I wouldn't get Justin. I mean, you've gone this long. You got rid of him.
Do you know what? Justin? I've been telling people all season. I think Justin's only a stopgap, guys. Don't be thinking long term. And the bugger keeps playing and getting points, and I'm like, it's like a thorn in my side. Just doesn't go away.
That's what caused the my cup match to lose this week to
I think that may have been my the straw that broke the camel's back for me as well, to be honest with you. But yes, those are very strong moves. You want to do both transfers, then yes, you could bring a Man United defender in for Chilwell. Is it necessary? I'd argue possibly not. But, because again, we're talking semantics with Diaz, Cancelo, and Salah. Like we had Warfare only on talking maths. We had the maths professor on talking about averages and points and stuff.
Is he actually a math professor?
No. Well, he might be. I don't know. But no, I think definitely the Pope transfer in is something which will pay off long term, and obviously a double coming up. And what do you feel?
I suppose what I want to ask as well is why is everyone now set on the Burnley bit? Is it because of the double game week?
Yeah. I mean, they haven't done too well. You're right, 100%. They haven't kept a clean sheet in a little bit, but they haven't been with their main team for a little while, and we've got a few people coming back from injury. Taylor's only a hop skip away, and he is. I know that he's a fullback, so therefore we can't look too much into it. But literally, they are very, very good at defense when they are all together. And when one of them drops out, we've seen this a few times. Tarkowski getting really injured, me getting injured, and them just falling to pieces. And then when they come back and they're all together, they're back to their best again. Pope hasn't left his form. We've all seen that. They'd be doing a lot worse than without him. So Taylor coming back, he's probably going to drop in price soon as well, back to 4.4. So he is also an option, and probably a little bit better with the bonus than Loughton. So yeah, I think that's the main reason, is that we're all excited for them to have their main players in play, and also, how often do we get a Burnley double?
Yeah, I mean, if you speak to Steve-O, he would just laugh you down the road by suggesting bringing in Burnley players ahead of the double. He's the most pessimistic Burnley fan. Well, he's just a typical Burnley fan.
That's what I was thinking. Steve-O would just say, "Don't bring in a Burnley player."
We don't really listen to Steve
idea.
Yeah, but Steve, no.
It's more for the Ben Dinnery things, and I like his music taste.
Steve-O is to be fair to Steve-O, he does talk a lot of sense when it comes to his predictions and what the history says, but then what he actually does,
it's the cast or curse.
It's almost like, I would recommend you do this, but I'm not going to do it myself. And it's like, I don't know. It's
easier. It's easier. It's why we would take our pets to the vets quicker than we take ourselves to the doctor. It's just because we don't love ourselves enough, Jason, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
That's genuinely true. I was reading a lot about it because I was wondering why.
Do you know what? I think you're right. And we should all spare a moment to realize that we are beautiful people inside.
We're just ordinary people.
Shut up. I'm doing to be serious. God damn it.
Were you really? That didn't sound serious.
I was waiting for that classical music going on in the background.
Why can't anyone take me seriously, like, for 1 minute?
It's the hat. It's the hat.
Hats are perfectly acceptable to wear indoors. Jason. There's a reason. This is not just a hat. This is a tool. This is a safety hat to prevent.
It's a hard hat.
To prevent scratches to my head. Anyway, we move on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. We go. The other thing is Watkins, and I don't want to just follow the crowd about Antonio, but I do like Antonio when he's fit, and that's what I did before. I took him out in game week 3 for Watkins.
Yeah.
So, mate, I'm starting to think, is it maybe time to go back to Antonio?
Unfortunately, your bet has been made. You'd only have Antonio for 2 games. He is going to hurt you this week. but he won't hurt you anymore, fam. Watkins has got doubles coming up. Antonio's got a fixture swing. Yeah, I think you've missed the boat. It's not worth a transfer, especially if you're not planning on using your wild card for the doubles. You're going to need all your transfers for setting up for them. So yeah, I wouldn't waste it, especially when you've got things like Chilwell to be dealing with.
Unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion.
I know you talked about it already.
I'm going to say right now, this is going to really throw a spanner in the works, but
you're actually
even though oh God no, even though I've been pretty much bitching about Watkins and how I wouldn't get him in my team, I would probably play him over Souček away from him. I know it's.
Oh, I'd play anyone over Souček.
I'd probably play Watkins at home to Arsenal because Arsenal are pants.
Hey, leave it alone.
and I honestly think that Watkins could do something there against Arsenal home. That's a green fixture.
Steady
that's a green fixture there. I mean,
that's what I hate. I hate playing opposite players against my own team. I know that sounds.
You can't, mate. FPL and FPL and your own
get
club.
Rid of that.
Yeah. Club allegiance and FPL are two separate things, my friend.
I did an 8 simple rules at the start of the season. 8 simple rules for a better game, better overall rank. And I talked to Late Riser, Let's Talk, Holly, Elmo was there. I mean, Flapjack. You know, there was loads of big, awesome, good managers, and they all said the exact same thing: that bias does not matter, and you should throw it out. And if it's hindering you, then get rid of it. And every single person brought up that guy who didn't like Liverpool and brought the Everton, and he didn't have any. That was before Liverpool were amazing, and it wouldn't work this season or any other season other than that one. He just struck lucky, and the fact that you only know one person who's done it out of the millions of people who play this game kind of shows the exact same thing. Bias sucks, man. And,
the bias thing's only crept in this year because I remember doing Aguero. I think it was a captaining when they got a hat-trick against Arsenal a couple of 3 or 4 years ago. And it was like, we lost 3-0.
It feels dirty, doesn't it? It feels really dirty. But you've just got to compartmentalize your brain almost. Like your FPL brain, your football brain. They are in two different areas, but sometimes they overlap. But trying to keep them separate.
Try a bit of double speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the goalkeeper transfer and then maybe give Chilwell one more week just to see, because it's like what people were saying earlier. He's not going to be happy if he's just benched 3 games in a row, is he? It's going to start causing some issues.
Yeah.
Unless they're in the cup game. Yeah.
Ryan Tavares there with the 699. One second. Thank you so much, Brian. That's Marty McFly. Thank you so much, Marty, for that.
Yeah, Marty.
It was a pleasure, man, having you on the show, and it's much appreciated. That'll certainly go towards the next sachet of caramel Nescafe that I'm drinking at the moment.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Brian Tavares.
Thank you.
$6.99 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, and it's Nova Scotia, not Nova Scotia. Dude.
Scotia.
Yeah, it's that. Dude, thank you so much, Jones Bloke, for coming on.
Well, one thing I just wanted to pass on, I had some bit of good news today. I had my vaccine.
Okay. You had your vaccine. Oh, well done, man.
Because I work in public sector and social care, so is it the
first one or the second one or
the first one?
Okay, so you
one. He lives in the UK, Jason.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So which was that's really good news.
Oxford one, Oxford AstraZeneca.
That's awesome. No.
But it was really pleasing to see how many people were getting through. It was so well organised.
Literally, it's not going to mean anything because we're nothing in the grand scheme of things. But we need to say, like, the NHS absolutely just the work that they're doing, like, is just unbelievable. The pressures they are under right now, and the whole situation. Anyone watches the stream that's got anyone that's family, maybe they're working in the NHS. My dad works in the NHS, like just absolute legends, heroes.
Been to the NHS.
And
So-
they
I had COVID in November last year, and I was asymptomatic. And the fact I got picked up on track and trace was awesome because, I was able to, God forbid, pass it on to people around me and stuff. So, and Yeah, like just second that. So yeah, great what they're doing.
Absolutely. It's very much easy to take them for granted, but when you've got something like this is happening, it's not just something which you do and you clap for a few weeks and then you can kind of go back to normal. This is something that's really affected a lot of people in the NHS and will continue to affect them. So yeah, you've got my support and gratitude and everlasting thanks for all of that. So yeah, and for the vaccines, amazing. They're rolling them out, and who knows where we're going to be in 4 months, 5 months time when it comes to the vaccine numbers. Hopefully we'll get a large proportion of people vaccinated and we can kind of finally come back to some sort of normality. This has been a 3-hour stream. This is mental.
Thanks a lot for your having me on tonight. Appreciate that, guys.
James Bogues, a pleasure, man.
Take it easy.
Pleasure, man, to have you on. Cheers. How are you for time, Dave? Because it's getting on here now.
It is getting on a bit. I want to go eat if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, guys. I know Adam's Blue's been waiting for ages. I'm sorry we are not going to get through every single person here. All I will say is it will not be the last time. I hope that Dave joins us in a shed stream on a Friday night. Don't know what your schedule is at the moment, but I know you're busy. I know, but you're a busy man. You're a busy man with the streams and stuff. So I appreciate you contacting me and kind of helping out. Well, more than helping out, pretty much run the show tonight. So
I'm sorry about that. It's a gift and a curse. But thank you. I was going to tune in anyway. I thought I'd lend a hand because you asked me on last week and I couldn't do it. So I figured I'd lend a hand tonight. So
that's brilliant.
And thank you everyone in the chat for being so nice.
Yes.
You guys have been so
well. A lot of the guys know you anyway, so it's no real surprise to them. There's no surprise. It should be no surprise to you that they're all nice and lovely people. And if you do spend some time in the Discord, get in the hangouts.
I have a gander every now and again. I say hello once or twice. 100%. Yeah. Thank you everyone for having me. If you want more of me, Twitter FPL_Dave.
Can we get some links? Put your links. Put your links in the chat so people can quickly just get them. And I'll also try to remember to put them in the description because Dave, he is putting out that content. Like I mean, you do a weekly one with the Fancy Weekly, but you also do the blanking.
Yeah. Blanking, I love it. Firing blanks because
that's the firing blanks. And you're our guest on which show this week?
Oh, I'm doing FPL Surgery. I don't know when it airs, but I'm going to be talking to Josh and Flapjack very soon.
This is a lot of people singing your praises. David Jones, Geiger Master, Roderick's still here. Cheers, Roderick. Quickly, do you want to talk about the Super Cup? But we'll let Dave quickly say his goodbyes because he's got to go eat. I'll quickly talk about the Super Cup. And where are you, Dave, very quickly in Super Cup? Are you still in contention?
I think I'm 3 wins, 1 draw, mate. So whatever that means.
You're going to probably win your league. Well done.
I think I just beat Ben Krellin. It's the only time I'm ever going to beat him at anything ever.
That's, certainly not a spreadsheets. But no, Mr. Dave, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. You're a legend.
Thanks very much, man. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Speak to you soon, buddy.
Later. Bye.
Cheers, man. There we go, guys. FPL Dave joining me this evening. We'll pretty much just quickly go over the Super Cup and quickly look at the Invitational League very briefly. And we'll talk about what streams there will be over the weekend. There will be a preview show tomorrow from Steve-O. He'll be doing, I think, 11 o'clock. Don't quote me on it. Roughly around about that sort of time. Let me just quickly turn off that because Dave probably ain't going to like his face being held up like that for long periods of time. Where is it? And it's been 3 hours, guys. It's been absolutely flown by. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Sorted. Search for Firing Branks wherever you get your podcasts. Agreed. This has been a great stream. Things have improved since we watched you pumping money into a crab machine in a holiday park amusement arcade. Jim Parry, that was a while ago. That was when the lockdown first hit, wasn't it? Or when it all kind of started to postpone the football and stuff. I remember that. We kind of was Blues. Next time, man, I promise. I'll do my best to get you on as soon as I see you in the waiting room, buddy. But yeah, Firetog, massive praise and thanks to Firetog. He did a brilliant summary for the Super Cup on Twitter, and I'm just going to steal it because I said to him, can I borrow it because it's really awesome. Let's quickly go through it all. So here we are. So we've got Match Week 4 review. Big Man Bakar 2-2-0 beat Fergie 2-2-0 by 72 to 86, and Big Man Bakar is now sits third, 3 points off qualification spot. Fergie's tied in fourth, 2 wins behind Stevo, who is in second place. Vish leads the group with 4 wins from 4. Group B, we've got Let's Talk FPL Andy continuing to dominate the group, beating BKS Broiler, which is Brandon Kelly from the Hail Cheaters podcast, by 85 to 78. Andy is also the top scorer in all 96 managers for the last 4 weeks. That's no surprise. Andy, Let's Talk FPL, is having an absolute blinder. Ahead of the next best in the group, someone we just add on, FPL Dave, who's in second place. So him and Andy are dominating. Group C, we've got Gianni Boutis, got his first win in the narrowest of margins over FPL Salah. Before all subs were processed, the match was tied on 66 apiece. However, Gianni got Matt Target off the bench. The Don and Blonde currently lead the group, tied on 9 points with FPL Salah and Bilal, just 1 win behind. Group D has got Rich Wolfenden and that's the Triple Captain podcast. 1-2-0 got his first victory. 1-2-1 got his first victory with 8-9 to 64 win over Josh Landon. Both content creators find themselves trailing in the group 5th and 6th place. And obviously Josh Landon is a part of the Hail Cheaters, Always Cheating podcast. Mr. Anderson leads the group, having beaten previous group leader Mr. Hot Sauce 82-73. Group E, we've got FPL Dare at the top of that. He's doing really well, actually. Since he stopped doing dares, he's actually doing really good in FPL. Funny that. Winning with a now 67-64 victory over Dive, the Art of the Dive podcast. We've got 4 managers tied second place on 6 points, and head-to-head results between those 4 narrowly determines the order. We've got Group F. Nimfria took down Fantasy Football HUD Will. This puts Nim and Will tied for second place on 6 points, along with FPL Mechanic and Jack Brew, who is known as Brew. Podner is leading the group by 3 points. Group G, my group, we saw the highest point scorer, FPL Dave, beat Ben Krellin, like he just said, 81-67, giving FPL Dave the outright second, 3 points behind undefeated FPL Trini, who's Nick, which is, meanwhile, me, Jason, is tied with 20 titles on 78 points, leading, so basically I'm 4th place on 4 points, so I'm doing rubbish. Group H, we've got Fancy Plonker. He's on a 3-game winning streak, and his week beat Apple and Juices, which is Sophie from Twitter. 82-74. Fancy Plonker is tied first place with Kajalik. I'm looking at the Twitter handles here, which is Kazali, who tops the group due to the tiebreaker rules. Sophie and John Magic are 3 points off the leaders, tied on 6 points. Group I comes into the game coming into this game with JNO. We've got JNO and Ben Dinnery. We're tied for both on 0 points. JNO gets his first win, beating Ben by 75-68. There's a 3-way tie for first place between Jim Parry, Jacko, and Dread FPL. Group J, we've got Capkin FPL is tied for first place after being easily beaten by Zofar, writer of the, is basically a contributor on FF Scouts, is co-host of the FPL Wire podcast. Zofar sits in 3rd place on 3 points off the lead. Firetog, who is writing this article, leads the group, tied with Capkin. So Firetog's doing really well. Meanwhile, here we go. Semi Sweet Potato defines himself in 5th place with just a single win. Semi, need to get better, man. What's going on? FPL Cougars here, 3-1-0 top the group with 9 points for Group K, with a narrow victory over Luke Jurdy, and Luke finds himself tied for last with 1 win. Group L, we've got the Nathan Bacon faced off against FPL Tips. He won against FPL Tips. He's in a 4-way tie for second place. Harry, meanwhile, is in the last place on the 3 points, but only 3 points off the qualification place. Martin McFly has outright lead in the group. The guy that would never guess is winning. Group M, Sudge from we've got Sudge from Planet FPL Pod gets a win over Fantasy Football Scout Luke by 71-68. Sudge lies in outright second on 7 points, while Luke is 1 point behind 3rd place. Anurag got his first win and is tied for 5th place with 1 live soccer TV. Kevin Mayer wins, has won 4 out of 4, leads the group, so far undefeated. Group N it was a low scoring affair that saw FPL Tactician win over FPL Penguin 62 to 46. Tactician moves up to 3rd place whilst Penguin drops down to last place. FPL Karma leads the group on 9 points, tied with Dan Bull. Dan Bull's actually having a really good time in the Super Cup since it's started. Group O got Block FPL. He took on and won over FPL Mate. Block is now tied for 1st place with Buffy on 9 points. FPL Mate is still winless and only 1 point, with just one point lies in last place. Moderators Harbour Boy and Paulie FPL are tied in their match on 79 points. Group P, we got Davey FPL took down Laterizer in a really tight match, 81 to 78. Davey is in an outright 2nd place behind Treaders, who's won all 4 of his games. Laterizer finds himself in 5th place and 6 points off the qualification places. 6 matches left to play. Laterizers can live up to his name and still qualify. 2 losses in a row sees JC drop down to 4th place. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed that. Tried to get through that as quick as I could. We're quickly to talk about the Invitational League. There has been some slight movement there in the Invitational League. We've got Rice Baby back on top. Nick Treadwell, who has come and joined us, but he has used all his chips. Nick Treadwell has used all his chips. Chelsea Till I Die, FPL Bear down to 2nd place. The Orgazoids, Peter Scullion is 3rd place, stays there. Toffee Man, who's in the chat, Luke Jones, he's gone up to 4th. Felix Burris, who's been Burris FC, who was leading for many weeks, has dropped down to 5th place. Still all to play for in that Invitational League, though. It's only like 15 points between 1st and 2nd, and 20 points between 2nd and 3rd. So it's very still close, if that's the right terminology. Here we are. Nick Treadwell, chips are overrated. David Jones says, all I'm interested in winning my work league, £10 ahead. How many people are in it? I hope you've enjoyed the stream, guys. I really do. I personally find having Dave on a breath of fresh air. I find his ability to communicate and talk, and bit cocky at times, but we like him. He's a good laugh, is Dave. Just mention your rank, Pounds. It's all you need to do. Then you're bullying me. So the games that you can expect to see us stream are... Do I do Man United Everton? Do I do Man United Everton? Realistically, that's the only game that I really... I'm going to be busy tomorrow. Sorting stuff out in the house. So essentially, we're getting a dining room table put in place of where I used to have the computer in the kitchen. So I need to clear out that space. So I'll be doing that all day. So maybe the evening stream is better for me. Should I do Man United Everton? No. Nope. Yes. No. Do the West Ham game. Fulham West Ham at 5:30. You know what? That probably isn't a bad shout. I will. I'll do it. Well, guys, I'm going to do a vote on Twitter after this game. I'll do a vote. Fulham West Ham or Man United Everton. Which game do you want me to cover tomorrow? And I'll see what you guys say, and I'll sway my decision on that. Sunday, of course, I'll be covering the Liverpool Man City game. I'm really interested in seeing that plans out at 4:30. So tomorrow, guys, it'll be one of the Fulham West Ham, Man United Everton, one of those 2 games I'll cover, and then Liverpool Man City game on the Sunday. Stay tuned for the preview show for tomorrow morning. I'm going to do Steve-O a thumbnail now before I forget. You guys have been absolutely amazing, especially if you've been here since the start. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already joined the community of Discord, get yourself on the Discord. If you haven't liked the stream, please hit the like button and subscribe to us if you're new and if you want to see more of our content. Hit that notification bell to let you know when we go live. Guys, wishing you farewell. Stay safe. Enjoy this weekend. If I don't speak to you before, till next time.